Okay. Okay, I'm reloaded. Hold up. My mic not working. Hold up. Yo. Make sure my mic working. Yep. Hold up. Shit, mic not lighting up. Mic. Okay, I'm reloaded. Yep. Yo, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Are we live? Yo, we live. Y'all hear me? My bad. I was 5 minutes late, man. My bad. You mean? My bad, y'all. What's up, man? What's the vibes? I'm reloaded. What's up, man? Hold up. We back. Cigar Talk Energy. Hold up. Make sure my speakers is live. Speakers at check. Speaker check. I'm reloaded. Speaker check. Let me make sure my bombs is active. Let me make sure we active, y'all. My bad, a little late today, man. My bad. Hold up. Make sure the bombs is Oh yeah. Let me drop a bomb for sweet Caroline Dubois. Nah, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Sweet Caroline. Hold up. Let me just drop this link. Hold on. Let me drop this link on Twitter so people could pull up. Man, hit the like button for me, man. Let's talk. I know I said 8 o'clock on Twitter, but I want to make sure everybody here. Come pull up. Hit the like button, man. Let me drop another bomb for sweet Caroline Dubois. Sweet Caroline. She came to pull up on us a couple weeks ago, man. If y'all was here, man, she came to pull up on us a couple weeks ago on live with the Cigar Talk family. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me just put this tweet out so they could come pull up. Because I said 8 o'clock. But we here at 7:35. I got on 7:35. Hold on, let me put this tweet out, y'all. Let me put this tweet out so we can make sure everybody's here. Yo, hit that like button for me real quick, because we about to get to it today. Special guest, Jared Big Baby Anderson. Special guest. Which is pretty dope, because Jared don't do a lot of interviews. You don't really hear him talking. He hasn't done no interviews in forever. You know what I mean? So salute to Big Baby come pulling up with us. All right, hold on. Let me drop this link. We live now. Talk about the fights. Pull up. Bang. All right, link is now in the chat. Link is now, I say in the chat on Twitter. All right, boom. Let's go. Hit that like button. We ready to cook, man. Sweet Caroline. Bo. Yo, I just got finished watching Sweet Caroline, bro. Y'all know I've been jacking Sweet Caroline. Y'all know that. I've been jacking Sweet Caroline, man. You know what I mean? So I got a little static. You hear me? Hold up. Make sure the mic good. Staticky. Yo, we good? It's a little staticky or we good? Hold on, I need y'all to hear this. Make sure we good, y'all. I had to go get the dawn. Yo, can y'all hear me? Are we good? We good on the sound? I want to make sure y'all hear this today. This is a good one. We good on the sound? All right, we good now? All right, Gorgio, what's up, man? What's popping? BFTW, what's popping? I used to be high on Jared, but I'm sure this will be his comeback tour. Yeah, I feel like we all was. Yo, Sham, salute, man. We all were. We was all hype on Jared. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, things happened with that Bakoli fight. That Bakoli fight changed a lot of people's perception. So I want to get to talk to him about that. That's part of what I want to talk to him about. He's coming back. He got a comeback fight. I think it's next week. I believe it's next week. But we're gonna get to that. Let's talk real quick before he comes up. Sweet Caroline Dubois. Hey, that girl bad, man. She bad, man. She one of them ones. Sweet Caroline, one of them ones, bro. Sweet Caroline, one of them ones, bro. But let me say this. Hold on. Matt Borgeson, Jared been doubting himself on his YouTube channel. So I still got my doubts because people who give him positive energy, he just shut down. That's interesting, Matt. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I'm going to ask him about that. Let's go. On the Dubois card. Merriweather in the ring. Oh, yeah. The Zuffa card is on right now. We're gonna tap in after this interview. I'm gonna turn on the Zuffa card so we can watch it. Because I want to see what Merriweather's doing. Najee, Two-Tone looking for you. Tell Tone to pull up. Somebody hit Two-Tone. Tell him to come see me. Sweet Caroline. Easy work. Easy work by Sweet Caroline today. Now, let me give you my thoughts real quick. Let me give you my thoughts on what I thought about her performance. Number one, I thought it was easy work. I thought Terry Harper put up a good fight. Terry Harper's a good fighter. Be clear. She's got speed. She has a good gauge and control of distance. She's got a pretty good jab as well. Now, here's the thing with Sweet Caroline Dubois. She has all the ingredients. It gotta get baked a little more. It's like you ever making a cake, or I never made a cake really, so I'm trying to think of an example. All right, I make pancakes. I don't really make cake, but I make pancakes in the morning. My girl know. Baby, if you watching, you know I be chefing up them pancakes for you, boo. You know what I mean? So a nigga, let me explain it to you. I make pancakes in the morning sometimes for my girl, you know what I mean? Chefing it up. Pancake fire. I got the best breakfast. Now, you know when you're making pancakes, the batter, it has to be cooked to a certain temperature to achieve what you're looking to achieve. If it's cooked too early, it's a little too soft. It ain't hitting right. If it's cooked too long, you're gonna burn it. So what I'm saying is, Caroline Dubois has all the ingredients. It just need a little more cooking. She need a little more cooking. Why do I say that? She need a little more cooking. I'm gonna tell you why. Hit the like button for me, y'all. Please hit that like button. Let's go. We getting to work. Jared Anderson's on the way. We getting to work today. And then we gonna watch these fights afterward also. What I'm saying is, Najee cook for Alexa. Yeah, I had to chef it up for her sometimes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, all right, let me give you the example again for the people that's just coming in. I'm saying, when you making pancakes, I make pancakes for my girl sometimes. You know what I mean? On the weekends, once in a while, I get up early, chef it up for her. You know what I mean? She got to feel special. When you making pancakes, it has to be cooked the certain temperature in the right amount of time for it to come out the way you want to come out. Now, what I'm saying is Caroline Dubois, she's all the ingredients. She's got the speed. She's got the power. She's got good IQ. She's got a good jab. She goes to the body very well. What are the things I need to see from her? What she has to improve on? Number one, I think her feet can get a little faster. I think her footwork needs to get a little bit faster. Cause look, in the beginning, the first 4 rounds, it was very feel out, right? She's feeling her out, which I don't got no problem with that. It's a feel out round, right? But what I'm saying is when you feeling her out, there was times when she jump in, she throw the jab, she jump in and then throw the she a southpaw. So she jump in and throw the left hand straight down the pipe. And she kept missing by this much. A lot of that was due to the fact that, one, Terry Harper is good at managing her distance, but also Caroline's feet was just a little bit too slow to get there. She got to work on that foot speed. That's one. But she's on my boy High Level in the building. Scam Side. What's popping, Scam Side? My boy. He the biggest Cigar hater in the world, but he funny as hell. My boy Scam Side in the building. Try to bucket low like fuck it though. That's a fact. She would beat Alicia Baumgarten right now. I believe that too. She don't set up nothing. Okay, let's get to that. Just Do in the building. My boy Just Do. What's popping? Now, so let me get to that. So that's one thing I want to see is I think she got to work on the foot speed. Just the agility. Just the getting in and out. It was a little slow for somebody like Terry Harper. Right? Now, here's where my pancake analogy comes into play. What we saw the first couple rounds, like I said, there's nothing wrong with feel-out rounds, especially when this is your biggest step-up, right? This is the biggest step-up fight you ever had. This is the best opponent that you fought thus far. That's okay. But what I'm saying is this. The more experience that you get as a fighter, the more you begin to trust yourself to do what it is that you do. I'm going to say that again. The more experienced you become as a fighter, the more you trust yourself to do what it is that you do. What does that mean, Naj? Caroline Dubois, one of her greatest assets is pressure, dog. It's pressure. She's a boxer puncher. And I think that in the first few rounds, she showed Terry Harper just a little bit too much respect. Just a little too much respect. And I think that comes from experience. The more times you get in there against higher level opponents, you start to trust yourself and know who you are and know what you're capable of and know the things that you got to do to start to frustrate your opponent. And I feel like what I saw from Caroline tonight was her learning that on the job. She had to learn that on the job. She was learning in real time. We got to watch her in real time, learning that, I got to do what I got to do. Yes, you can take a couple of rounds. I'm not saying no feel out. You can take a couple of rounds to feel out your opponent, but don't let that distract you from the things that you have to do. Ace, salute, Ace. Nah, she was saving gas, Najee. Salute, Ace. I see that, right? Because there's definitely been talk before about Dubois' gas tank and her stamina. But what I'm saying is, and when I say aggressive doesn't only mean throwing more punches. Aggressive is a mindset. Aggressive is putting your opponent on the back foot using your jab. Aggressive is mental pressure. It's foot pressure. I feel like there's a certain level of pressure that Caroline is able to put on opponents, not just exerting energy, not just throwing a bunch of big punches. It's mental pressure. It's feet and jab. You jabbing and you moving your feet and you step into her getting that angle. It was a couple times she used the double jab. I love that double jab. When she come in, double jab and then throw it down the pipe. I love that double jab. So like I said, I'm cool with taking feel out rounds. That's important. That's a part of the game at the highest level. But what I'm trying to tell you is she can put a level of that level of pressure that she has, that's her strong suit. She started doing it, I would say maybe end of round 4. When she got the knockdown, she kept going, But I'm saying is she's going to learn from experience to trust herself with educated pressure. That's the key. Educated pressure. Pressure's what that Mexican girl showed. Oh, I like that little Mexican girl. Hold up. What's her name? Flores, I think her name was. Look, I call her Little Mama. Little Mama, the little Mexican Little Mama. Ooh, Little Mama coming in like reckless abandon. She don't care. She don't care. I'm not saying for Caroline to do that. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying for Caroline to do that. That's Mexican pressure. That's different. That's different. Mexican pressure. Oh, Flores. Thank you. Flores. I don't want to disrespect her, call her Little Mama. Flores. Flores ain't no joke, y'all. Flores, I like Little Flores. I like Little Flores. Little Flores, oh, come on, man. Like if I'm in a bar, you know what I mean? I'm in the spot, I'm in the little club, whatever. I'm in a lounge, you know what I mean? I'm chilling, and a girl getting out of pocket, like, give you, you know what I mean? And you want a girl to beat her up? I'm bringing Little Flores with me. Little Flores is a street fighter, bro. Little Flores is a street fighter, bro. I like Little Flores. But hold on. What, let me finish this point in Caroline, though. You watching Zuffa right now? Nah, not yet, boy. I'm gonna watch the Zuffa. We gonna tap into the Zuffa. I heard Merriweather's on, but I just want to cook on the fights real quick, and then Jared's on his way. And then as soon as we done with Jared, we could lock in on Zuffa. We could lock in on Zuffa. Hold up. So what I was saying is this. Caroline Dubois is learning in real time to utilize the tools that she got. I also would like to see, keeping it real. Y'all know I love Sweet Caroline. I want to see Sweet Caroline come to the U.S., bro. I want to see her get some work in the U.S. I think her style is one that she got to go sit with one of these trainers, bro. She got to go sit with Bomac. Bomac would put Sweet Caroline in a whole different lane, bro. Bomac would put Sweet Caroline in a whole different place. And I say this respectfully to the London trainers. But Caroline, she gotta come over here, bro. Now let's get to this. Jared's on the way. Jared Anderson's on the way, y'all. We're gonna get to the cooking. Big Baby's on the way. I'm gonna talk to Big Baby, and then I'm gonna throw on the Zuffa boxing so we can watch that joint together, man. Let's watch that joint together, Zuffa boxing. Now, what I wanted to say was this: one of the best old washed fighters. This is the king of washed fights. I loved it, yo. I ain't gonna lie, man. Let me give a round of applause. Deontay Wilder, Derek Chisora. Drop a bomb, bro. Derek Chisora, Deontay Wilder. That was the best washed fight I ever seen. And when I say washed, I say that respectfully. I just mean guys that are out of their prime. That was that was fun. It was fun. It wasn't a strict boxing match. First of all, the referee, bro, I don't know that referee was tweaking. That referee was tweaking, bro. There was one part with Chisora, Wilder threw like 3 right hands. He caught him with one. I think he threw like 2 more that missed, and he just pushed him out the ring. He was like, get out of here. Chisora fell through the ropes. And Chisora's trainer helped him get up. He's like this. He's pushing. I'm like, what? Bro, you can't. Hold up, man. You can't just do that. Hold up. Y'all seen that? Let me put it on screen real quick because I seen my boy Locke on Twitter. He posted it. Locke. I seen that on Locke page. He posted the replay of the ref. Hold on, let me go to lock so we can see it. This was crazy. I said, yo, nah, this ref is wilding. This ref is wilding. Y'all letting anything go. There was one part where Deontay hit him and something with his eye. And Chisora stopped like, I'm an eye. And while they was hitting him, and ref was like, hold on, his eye. I'm like, nigga, you get what? You can't stop the fight in the middle of what? But I don't care. I enjoyed that shit. I enjoyed that. Oh, I enjoyed that. That's a fact. They look like two drunk uncles at the cookout. That is a fact. That is a fact. They definitely look like two drunk uncles, bruh. Hold up. Let me go to Lock. I'm on Lock page. Let me find that video he put up, because he put up a video of the ref. Where's that video? Hold up. I'm about to bring up the video right now, y'all, so y'all can see the bullshit that was going on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen so we can see this. So we can see this bullshit real quick. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, that was a cookout fight. That was a straight cookout fight, bro. That wasn't no boxing match. That was two old niggas getting mad at the cookout. And I loved it. I don't care. I had a great time. That was fire. Deontay Wilder gets a lot of respect, too, because a lot of us thought he was more washed than that. Let's keep it real. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen. Yo, y'all see that? Y'all see that? We live? Let me full screen. My boy Locke posted it. Yo, y'all see that? All right, hold on. Look at this. Look at this.
The referee's going to have a struggle trying to keep these two
apart
as they tumble over the road.
Hold up. That was already round one, bruh. Nah, come on. This is round one. They already like, yo, going at it. Like, look at this from round one.
The referee's going to have a struggle trying to keep these two apart as they tumble over the road.
Time out. Hold up. Why? Hold up. Why the hell is Chisora's trainer in the ring? Nah, bruh. Nah. You can't just go in the ring. Chisora trainer pulled up like, oh, whoa, hold up. What's going on? Yo. That's one of the best wash fights I've ever seen. Ever. Usually the washed guy fights, it don't be like, it's not that exciting. It's usually kind of boring. Like, let's be honest. If Mayweather Pacquiao 2 happens, I don't know, man. Is it going to look like that? That's what we want to see. That's two drunk uncles at the cookout going crazy. What? What'd you say? That was two drunk uncles at the cookout, bruh. You know how the drunk uncles do. Like, yo, remember, man, in 1992 when you said this about me? They'd always be arguing over some old shit. Man, in 92, nigga, you said this, and I didn't appreciate that. And they start going at it. That's what this was. How is Chisora trainer in the ring trying to break it up? That's a disqualification. They fighting about who's in charge of the grill. That's a fact. Who on the grill, bruh? That's a fact. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. Wash niggas. Oh, Wilder throwing that right hand though. Oh, good left hook by Wilder. Listen. Look, whoa.
Even though the pressure from Chisora, he is leaning on Wilder, but no tension.
Yo, the other part of it was, yo, I ain't gonna lie, they fell. Them niggas fell on the ground like at least 3 times around, bro. Yo, at least 3 times around, somebody was on the ground. Somebody was on the ground, bro. Man. Hold up, let's keep going, keep going. Wilder got to get up right here.
Hit with a big solid 1-2. He would have detonated on that straight away. Like that.
Oh, nice jab by Wilder. Oh! Yo! Yo!
They almost want to get in there.
Oh! Now hold up. I'm not gonna lie, bro. we got to put respect on both of their names because there was a time Wilder got hit with some shit, and I was like, oh, it's over. Wilder about to get cooked. It's over. And he never gave up, bro. Wilder didn't give up. He a warrior. That boy from Alabama is a warrior. And he'll fight anybody. He'll fight anybody. For better or for worse. Because I said this, for better or for worse. They asked him about Moses Atama at the man, don't leave. Man, Wilder, leave. God, man, don't be talking about no Moses Atama, Wilder. Hell no. Hell no. Don't fall for that trap, Wilder. Leave them young boys alone. It's like me when I play ball now, man. When I play ball now, y'all gotta understand. I'm 37. I'm gonna be 38 this year. I'm an OG. I'm a young OG. Nigga, I'm not trying to guard the young niggas, bro. Leave them young niggas alone, Wilder. Leave them young niggas. Moses Atama and them, leave them young niggas alone, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that was a great fight. Oh, hold up. Special guest is here. Special guest is here. Hold up. Let me set the table. Man. Hold up. Let's set the table. Come on, man. I got the Don Julio right now. Pull up the Don Schmulio real quick. Because this is y'all know I'm hyped for this one. This guy right here, he don't really talk to a lot of people. He don't do a lot of interviews. So that's why this one right here, this is important for the culture. This is important for the culture of boxing. You know what I'm saying? This one right here. Yeah, look, Najee not trying to break his ankle against young. Yeah, you know that. I ain't fuck with y'all young niggas. I'm about 38, nigga. I ain't fuck with y'all young niggas no more. All right, hold up. Let me set the table. Oh, Merriweather getting cooked? Nah, bro. We gonna tune in after this interview. We're gonna tune in to Zuffa Boxing and talk about everything. I got the Don Schmulio here because it's an important night. All right, let me set the table. This guy right here. Oh shit, where'd he go? I think it just. Oh, here you go. All right. This guy right here, never seen an Anderson interview. Yeah, he don't really do a lot of interviews. This is special, y'all. This is special right here. And y'all know it's gonna go everywhere. Y'all know once I do the interview and post this shit gonna be everywhere. So we gotta do this right and do it justice right now. This guy right here, I really like him as a fighter, man. I think he's got a lot of skills. I think he has a very interesting story. And he was the guy that we looking at. Y'all know we had this conversation 2 weeks ago where I said, where's all the goddamn heavyweights for America? Where are they? Who's the guy? This is one of the guys that's a representative of that. And he's a great fighter. And he's now back in the ring. May 9th. Make sure y'all tune in. Hit that like button, man. Stop playing with me. Hit that goddamn like button. Let me bring up the guy himself, Mr. Jared Big Baby Anderson, to the stage. Yo, what's up, my boy?
There we go. How you feeling?
Yo, life is good, man. Life is good.
Oh,
How
dang,
are
hold
you?
on. I can't hear you. I don't know why I can't hear you.
Hold on, you hear me?
I just heard everything until you just brought me up.
How about now? What about now?
I don't know what I did.
You hear me or no?
My phone ain't connected to nothing.
Yo, y'all hear him, chat? Y'all hear him? Yo, chat, can y'all hear him? To make sure. Hold on, try going out and coming back in.
What's going on?
Hold up. Damn, my space bar not working.
Oh, go out and come back in, he said.
Yeah. Yeah, he can't. He said he can't hear us. He can't hear me.
Let's try it on
Let me kick him off. All right. Hold on. He's coming back. He's coming back. Hold on. Y'all saying Merriweather getting cooked right now? Damn. Merriweather getting cooked. That's what I saw people saying in the chat. Merriweather getting cooked. Go out and come back in is nasty work. Yeah, chill. That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy. All right, hold up. Jared Anderson's on the way, y'all. He coming back. He said he couldn't hear us. We got to get it right. All right, here we go. We're going to try it again. Hold up. We're going to try it again.
Can you? Yep, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't
you hear
know.
me?
I
You hear
couldn't
me?
hear you before.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I couldn't hear you a second ago. Yes, sir.
Yo, what's up, my boy? How you living, man?
What's going on, man? I'm all right. I ain't gonna complain, man. It ain't gonna do me no good.
True that, man. Yo, listen, I'm thankful that you're doing this interview because, like I said, we don't get a chance to hear from you very often. Hold up, you should cut now, huh?
Yeah, it was just cutting out. Go ahead. You said you thankful what?
No, I said I'm thankful that you came up, man. We don't get a chance to really hear from you too often. You don't do a lot of interviews. You don't do too much, and I feel like the announcement just came that you fighting recently. I feel like it just kind of popped up. Jared Anderson is back. Talk to me about that. Like, you know, you just get having this announcement that you're coming back on the Fabio Wardley Dubois card.
Yeah. Best way I can put it, man. We just gonna, say God's timing, man. That's all I can say. A lot of things have been going on and transpired, in the last year, maybe year and a half. But I'm just grateful to be in position still. Grateful that people still want to see me fight. Grateful that I'm still in attraction. Just happy to be me.
All right, so now we're seeing, like I said, is like you said. I mean, there's been a lot of happening over the last year and some change just with you and your career. But we got the announcement that you're now signed with Queensberry Promotions. That's the UK. That's Frank Warren and them. How did that happen, bro? How like that? I didn't expect that. How did that come about?
All right. Now, and be all the way honest here, I gotta be wise with my words for a few different reasons. But I would just say I think the easiest way to put it is because that's mostly where the landscape of the heavyweights are at. You know what I'm saying? Especially the bigger names. You want the bigger fights. That's where you got to go. So that's what I would say. I ain't 100% on how everything got planned out, worked out. But for sure, like I said, it ain't no mystery when you think about the heavyweight landscape and where you got to go to get to the bigger fights or the bigger names. So I think AJ, Worley, Dubois, all those names are huge, and obviously the UK is huge in boxing, and they always support and show love. So I think that was just the main reason.
That's a fact. I mean, was that something that you wanted to do, or is this a situation where your team kind of presented you an option? Because I agree with you. The UK, especially with heavyweights, they heavy over there. Was that something you wanted to do, or it just kind of happened like that?
Like I said before, man, it ain't no choice. It ain't no choice. I'm a fighter. I like to fight. You know what I'm saying? I've been fighting my entire life, and I'm gonna keep doing that. So, I mean, shit. You like I said, it just wasn't. It ain't no. You don't have no option if you want the bigger fights, bro. I've never been a nigga to say, put me on a lower level nigga or give me the easiest fight
Yeah.
you can give me. So, like I said, man, you want those bigger fights, you want the bigger names, and as y'all can see, I'm gonna bang it out until I can't no more.
Yeah.
You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta go over there.
All right, so tell me about your mentality though, Jared, because like I feel like, and it's just outside looking in, right? Like me watching you, I feel like there was times where I seen you motivated, like, man, I'm the nigga, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. And then feel like there's other times where it seemed like you wasn't as motivated by the sport, whether that be the business or your personal life. Where are you now, just in terms of your mentality with this shit?
Um, Same place I've always been. In all honesty, ain't nothing changed. I think the main factor that has changed for me personally, like is in a personal level. I ain't got to see my daughter in like 9 months. I had my daughter 7 days before I fought Bakoli. Um, a lot of people don't know that. Some people do, some people don't. Whole nother situation. Not with her mom, never was. Uh, it took a lot. It took a toll on my mental trying to be there for my daughter. I left LA. I was already in LA 2 weeks prior. I left LA to go be there, try and be there for the birth of my daughter. 7 days before. You know what I'm saying? I stayed there until Monday, and then I came back. You know what I'm saying? And I went to go fight and everything. But it was just a lot. You know what I'm saying? I had 50-50 custody for a second. Even through the Callias fight, throughout that entire camp, I had to fly back and forth week on, week off to Omaha, Nebraska, trying to be there for my daughter. So
Mm.
it took a lot. It was a huge toll on my mental, on my financial, um, and my training. So it was a lot that went into everything, man. But I would say that's the battery in my back that's, you know, keeping me going. But as far as like just the fighting thing, like I said, man, I'm a fighter, bro. I'm gonna do that to the day I die. That's just who I am. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be boxing to the day I die, but I'm a fighter,
Yeah,
man, and I fight in all aspects. Um, so that's just my motivation to keep going. And you know, I didn't tell everybody this, but my mom had lost her job prior to the Riyad Murray fight. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So things was tough. Things had transpired. Things happened. And like I mean, as you said before, I'm not really an open book type of guy. I don't really say a lot. I don't do a lot of interviews, so didn't nobody know everything that's going on. I've asked for help. I've reached out. You know what I'm saying, and did all type of different things. But I just don't think that things were going my way. You know what I'm saying? I made some decisions for myself, um, and I felt like they were right. Just leave it at
yeah.
that, for sure.
Okay, so let's back up to that because I think even one of the decisions that you say you made for yourself. I mean, I had interviewed Bob Arum, right? And he talked about you in the interview. He said he was like, "Yo, that he didn't want you to fight Bakoli," and he was like, at that time that the Saudis came and was talking to you directly. That's what he said to me when I interviewed him. He was like, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have let him fight Bakoli, but that's something he wanted to do. Can you take me back to that time? Because I feel like, before that Bakoli fight, everybody on your dick, you know how this shit go. Everybody like,
For
oh my
sure.
God, Eric, da-da-da. What, talk about your mind state going into that. Was it like, did you ain't respect what Top Rank was saying, or you was just like, I just want the biggest challenge?
Few different things. Like I said, prior to that, what was that fight before Bakoli? It was Riyad Murray.
Yeah.
Literally, my mom in December of that year had broke her ankle. The next month in January, she got fired from her job, and she was no longer able to work. Now, me
Mm.
being 4.5, 5 years into my career, and knowing I done made a decent amount of money, but don't have a lot to show for it. You know, like I said, man, I've never been a kid to hold my tongue. So, I reached out, made attempts to say, hey, let's make this right. Let's do this. Let's do this to create some stability for the boxer so that he doesn't have to rely on certain things, fight by fight or whatever the case may be. Like I said, man, things just didn't work out how I wanted it to, or I'm assuming how other people wanted it to. But um, for my own personal reasons and stuff, you know what I'm saying, I decided to do what I wanted to do. Like
Yeah.
like you said, Turkey Out of Sheik reached out to me, offered me a fight. I said, yeah. I called. They said, well, that didn't sound right. I said, it sounded right to me. And we made it, and I made it happen. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
like Bob said. So no disrespect to them. Hopefully it's no disrespect to me on their end. Obviously we still doing business, so hopefully, no love lost and we can continue doing good business.
For sure. How did the fight impact you personally, right? Because like I said, before that, everybody was on the Jared Anderson train where it was like, next great American heavyweight. And you know how boxing is, bro. One day, like I said, I always put this on Twitter. Boxing is the only sport where one day we love you, the next day you ask. That's how the fans treat people. So I'm saying
100%.
is after you lost, did that take a toll on you, like mentally and all of that?
Nope. Uh, I walked out of the fight with cut up mouth, bloody nose, and not a scratch on my face. Um, oh, I say about like 4 or 5 days later, after the salt water and all that good stuff, my mouth was cool. And I was right there with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of the happiest times of my life. Um,
Mm.
Having my dog. Went to my mom in a $500,000 house that I was able, to put her up in while she, ain't able to work and do her thing. So, you know, I made sure I took care of my responsibilities that I had prioritized, right, rather than what other people had prioritized. That ain't my issue for other people. You know what I mean? Everybody don't take into account what a person got going on outside the ring all the time. And it wasn't
Right.
to me, I didn't feel like it was even my business to tell nobody. So I just, you know, went on with life how I went on with it. But the more I open up, the more I talk to people who I have listened to in the last couple months or whatever, they just say every time, like, this is something that people need to hear. This is this stuff that the world don't know, obviously, because like you said, I don't do a lot of interviews. I don't tell people a lot of things, and I'm not an open book. So I made decisions for myself, man, and I would do it all over again the same exact way every time, bro, because that's me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I am who I am, and can't nobody change that. I don't think anything got taken away from me. Even, I mean, anybody can watch that fight and say what they want about it, but what can't nobody say? For one, I didn't go to sleep, not once. I definitely got dropped. I definitely got knocked
Yeah.
down. I never went
Yeah.
to sleep. I never got put out. That's a
That's
300
true.
pound motherfucker. I didn't see him up. Come on now, but
That's
not
true.
not here to boast or none of that. Hey, great fighter. You know what I'm saying? We had a bang out. Even in taking his best shots, I still was thinking. I was still doing things that, if you go back and watch, skillfully, I was the better fighter. He had the bigger punch that night, and he walked out victorious. Hats off to him. Would love the rematch, obviously. Like I said, man, it's just my decision. You know what I'm saying? My thing.
Yeah.
So
You know what?
I don't want to feed off it too much. Go ahead.
I respect that because I feel like we don't, as fans, we don't always get to hear the I'm gonna say explanation, but the reasoning behind why fighters do certain things. So the fact, like you saying, you had personal issues that you needed to take care of, so it was like, I got to do this. I
For
respect
sure.
that a little more. You know what I mean? Kind of hearing it from that type of.
I appreciate that. Other people didn't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say who. I just know other people didn't feel like that. Um, and there was a lot of tension throughout my life after that because of that. And I still to this day don't understand why, especially considering, like I said, I've never had my mouth closed. I've always explained my situation, what's going on, asked for help. Um, some people just didn't listen.
Mm. I mean, I don't know who you're talking about specifically. I mean, obviously, I can see
I'm
why.
not gonna tell you either. We're not gonna
Nah,
know.
you
Trust
got
me.
to. Nah, you don't got to. I'm just saying, I can see why a promoter wouldn't be happy about that or care, because at the end of the day, most often they just looking at business and not a person for real. You know what I mean? And I'm
For
not
sure.
speaking specifically about Top Rank. I'm just saying
Mhm.
business in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But after the loss, do you feel like did that have an effect on the relationship between you and your promoter?
1,000%. You seen what he said on the interview.
Yeah, I seen it. But
Hey,
he, but
I ain't
he,
gonna
he
go
was
ahead.
mad. Like he said it. He was like, yo, look, I wish he wouldn't have did that, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't make it seem like moving forward it was gonna be nothing. It was just kind of like he mad. But I'm like, you being there, that had to be like a difficult situation trying to move forward.
Um, After that, I fought after that. What? I fought in August. Took maybe a month or two off. I was back in the gym. Like I said, I was dealing with other things. And then I came back and fought Callias. As I was doing that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, once again, I've never been a closed mouth type of guy. I'm telling people my situation, my case, and what's going on. I think it just I just think it like you say, some people don't feel like that's their problem, and I left it at that. Like I can't ever feel or not feel, but make somebody feel how I feel. So I left it at that. Like if that's where y'all stand at, that's where y'all stand at. Um, and I always been a get it out the mud type of guy. You know what I mean? So if they ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna go do it. If you can't find a way to do it, I'm gonna go find a way to do it. So that's always been my motto in trying to do things. And to the best of my ability, I've done that to this day. So
Okay, nah, that makes sense. I get that. So tell me this, Jared, because they, in the scope of, like I said, we just now starting to hear things that you was going through personally. I remember there was a time where, and it's cigar talk, so I got to keep it real. I got to ask you all the shit I really wanted to ask you. But I remember there was a
oh,
time
I
where
got
it
some
was,
shit for you too. Don't worry,
Okay.
I got some for
All
you
right,
too.
yeah,
But go ahead, go ahead. I want you to get yours off first, and then we'll talk
yeah, I
about it
gotta
because
get
it ain't
mine
that
off.
serious.
It was a time where it was like I seen in the news. It was like, all right, you got locked up for like a high speed chase or something. This is just me reading the headlines. I didn't know the whole shit, but I feel like it happened like twice. And at that point, as a fan of you, I was sitting here like, yo, what is Jared doing? Like, what is, you know what I'm saying? As a fan, at that point, can you just explain to me? Is that just like, you in Cleveland, you in your hometown, you on one? Like,
You
I'm
gotta
actually.
get it right, G. I'm not from Cleveland. I fuck with them boys, but I'm
Oh,
not from Cleveland.
Toledo. My bad.
Yeah. Not even if you would have said Detroit, I'd have respected that more, man. I fuck with my boys from the
That's my bad.
313.
Nah,
Nah,
Toledo.
for sure.
But you know what I'm talking about. There was a time period where that was happening, and as fans, we was kind of looking at it like, yo, what is he doing? What's going on?
I'm trying to think of my best way to explain this. I'm gonna start off by saying, like, for one, people are, I ain't gonna say people. Let's just say the media, like as far as the news, always gonna put out a narrative they want to. I'm not ever
Yeah,
denying that I took the police on the chase. I'm not denying I did that.
yeah.
It was not right. I made an apology to the community. I did community work after the fact, to try and obviously for the case, but also for my good own charity and well being. But what I will say is, I've been a messed up kid my entire life. I've been getting in trouble my entire life. The first time I ever went, and I'm not bragging on this whatsoever, but the first time I ever went to jail, I was 12 years old.
Mm.
If people knew what I did as a kid, they wouldn't have batted an eye at that, because they would have been like, that's
Mm.
just Jared being Jared. But because of, just like you said, everybody put me on such a high pedestal at a time already. It was the second that happened, it was, what is he doing? Top Rank took it to and I remember like it was yesterday, Raymond Ford won his title. Man, it was a crazy night for him. But then to turn around and see Top Rank devalue the best prospect they had at the time and say, oh, he's derailing his career, he don't care about this, he don't care about that. It was a shot at me at a point. And I understand, like you the same way you saying you gotta ask because the fans want to know too, is the same way I'm sure they thought, in their head, they're like, we gotta say something. If we don't say something, somebody else is gonna say something, then it's gonna make us look bad. So I'm not here to debate that they shouldn't have said anything, but being as though, like, if this is y'all one of y'all best prospects, one of y'all, prize fighters y'all finna build up or whatever the case is, why not at least, at the very least, and I know Andre at the time when he was up there, he didn't say much, but every person I was up there that had my number that said something, not one person reached out to me and said something. They all said
Mm.
something online.
Right.
And that, like I said, that's it be that type of stuff that hit me. Not the, oh, because y'all said something on social media or y'all said something online. I don't give a rat's ass. You feel me?
Yeah.
That is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Just the same way you say people love you and then they hate you the next day online. I don't give a rat's ass because it's online. But don't pretend like you got a relationship with me or that you care about me or you want to get my number for all these pre-fight interviews or whatever so you could give all this good information when I fight, and you got my number and everything else, but then when something happened, rather than reaching out, you go to say, this guy is about to do this, or he's
Yeah.
about to, what I mean, throw everything away. All right, if you felt like that, why wouldn't you reach out? Especially a person of color. But
That's
I
true. No,
mean,
you're right about that. I think you're right. It's just the expectation that people had of you not knowing you as the man, right? Like people, and I'm just speaking for fans, like people looking at you like, yo, this is the next great heavyweight. And then when people see stuff like that, it was like, yo, what's up? But we don't know you as the actual person. You know what I mean?
exactly, 1,000%, 1,000%, and I think that was the biggest issue, and also it's the biggest issue between, like, a relationship between me and a promoter. If you sign somebody and you didn't know who they truly were, you didn't do the background to know, like, oh, this was a troubled kid prior to. You didn't know my court cases prior to. You didn't know that my juvenile record was sealed. If you didn't
Yeah.
know this stuff, then you
You ain't
didn't know that you could have had this happen later on in my career. But you would have known that you did your research. I'm not blaming anybody, not saying anything is wrong. I'm just saying like these are the things that happen or could happen if you know it did. So
I get that. Do you feel like where you at now, Jared, that you've, grown past that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, these are things that's a part of your life. Like, do you feel like you've grown past the, crash out phase? I'm just calling it crash out, but you know what I mean?
I don't think I was crashing out then. That was an impulse decision. I still can't to this day make up in my head why the fuck I did this shit. But I can tell you this. I'll tell you that off the camera. I'll tell you this though. I didn't do it as a joke, and I damn sure didn't do it like I thought it was sweet. I told everybody around me, especially the guys looking up to me, it was not cool, it was not sweet. And I made sure every person who look up to me like that, that they knew for a fact, like, bro, this ain't cool, this not funny, this not sweet. I had to spend a lot of money to get out of that situation. I had to do a lot to get out of that situation. I had to do a lot to come back from that situation.
Yeah.
So I'm not making it seem like I'm not justifying anything. All I'm gonna say is in that situation, like I said, from where I come from or where I came from, it wouldn't be as surprising if they knew the story. That's all I can say.
I
And
got
I'm just like you, and I am growing. I grow every day. Somebody said something to me the other day. They was like, you pretty much the new guy. I'm gonna just say that. They said a name, but they was like, you pretty much the new guy. And I stopped for a second. I just looked and I'm like, damn, you kind of right. But the second I turned around and walked off, let me explain why he said that. They said that because I flicked them off as I'm working out. It was disrespectful in a way, but that's just me as I'm working out. If you getting pushed over past your limit and you get to a point of kind of irritation, if a motherfucker steady in your ear jabbing, you gonna say something back, or you might get a little irritated. So I flicked them off, but I'm steady working. Motherfucker pulled me to the side like, man, you can't do that. I'm like, what you mean? You that guy. You can't just be, you know what I'm saying, flicking people off and doing stuff like that because then the world gonna think it's okay.
right.
And to put it into a whole different perspective, like I said, the same thing with the high-speed chase when I seen all my little brothers looking up to me and not necessarily them thinking it was okay or cool, but exactly them not thinking that it wasn't a bad thing was the issue. So then when I like I said, when he told me this, it put everything into a different perspective. Everybody I looked at when I was walking out that gym, everybody had like a big glow in their eye when they looked at me. And I
Yeah.
noticed it at that point because before I didn't really notice it. I'm me. You know what I mean? Like even when they did the Roy Jones video, they
Yeah. I
killed me,
remember
brother.
the video. That was
Hey,
a classic. You and Roy was talking on that joint.
they cut so much out of it though. That's what you don't know. They cut so much out of it, and they just don't get me wrong. Like yeah, it was a pure-hearted moment, and it connected with certain people. But obviously, the trolls gonna come and all that other goofy stuff. But um, it was so much more that was to that conversation that just didn't get put in there.
Yeah.
Um, man, but it helped me understand a lot of obviously who with me, who not. How people look at me and how I'm perceived and how much I really don't give a fuck. Like,
Mm.
in all honesty, like,
Yeah.
man, I'm looking at that video. I'm like, bro, anybody who watching that video and halfway think like, oh, he's soft or he don't want this or he don't want that, you obviously didn't read that deep into the video. Because if you would have watched that, and you had to only see that 15-second clip at that, because if you watched the 3-minute video, you at least heard me say like, but my mom, my dad, and everybody else and all the other stuff I had going on, just as the next year, like when my mom lost her job and broke her ankle and stuff, that
Yeah.
all that stuff still was going on after the 23-year-old video when I was 24 going 25. All that stuff was still going on and getting worse in a way. So
Yeah.
don't nobody know the real pressures of a young man being the only male in his family to ever really accomplish something, the only one to ever make $100,000 or hold $100,000 in one time. Um, Being the only one to be able to, take care of his parents or any of the other stuff. Don't nobody know that feeling. Don't nobody
Yeah.
know the burden that bears. Nobody knows I ain't say nobody. It's people, but it's very few people in this world. And the few people that I have talked to, um, they always tell me like, bro, are they paying your bills? Are they doing it for you? So why care? And like I
Yeah.
said, man, I've always had that mindset. It was like, man, fuck them people.
Now
They
I
and
appreciate because that video, that was a crazy video when it came out. And I felt it though, because I could see Roy as an OG was talking to you like you gonna ride this horse, nigga, like you got no choice. This is what it is. But hold on, let me ask you this part though, because I remember there was one part in the video you asked him, how did you stay away from the life, right? Like you Roy Jones, but it come with cars, it come with girls, it come with da-da-da. Is that something that, and we don't know the struggle, what it's like to be a guy, an athlete that's a top athlete in the world. I don't know what that's like. The fans in here don't know what that's like. Is that something that's hard for you, like maintaining being the guy? Is that hard?
no. The crazy part is, I didn't know I was that guy for the longest. I swear to
Mm,
God. I swear to God, like, how do I put this? I say I didn't even start smelling myself or like noticing like, okay, damn, you got a little bit of swag to yourself. You got this many followers. You got this people following you, this, that, and the third. I didn't even start smelling myself until into the high speed chase. No cap. When everybody started like damn near going against me, that's when I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna be a villain. That's why I came out in the NASCAR shit. Cause I'm like,
right.
fuck it, I might as well just be a villain then. Like at that point,
Mm,
because I realized like, okay, I see how y'all trying to paint this narrative, and I like I said, I didn't realize because I didn't think it would even hit the news. When I didn't see my own city post it, my city didn't post it until Top Rank went on about it. Like, didn't
yeah.
nobody even see it because it happened in Michigan. It didn't happen in Toledo or Ohio. So nobody really knew about it. The only people who knew about it was Michigan. And then
Right.
Michigan, after somebody picked it up from the boxing, whatever, one of the boxing interviewers or whatever, they gave it to Top Rank. Top Rank talked about it. Then my city posted it and talked about it. Nobody even knew about the shit. So, like I said, that's what really like opened my eyes to like, damn, you really is that nigga, bro. The fact that they had to post this on ESPN, they had to do this type of stuff, it let me know like, nah, bro, you in that type of tax bracket and you in that type of eyesight now. Like everybody's seeing it. So it just like I said, I wanted to take on the villain role, which I still don't at this point think is the right way to go about it. But just being
No,
young and hot headed.
I get where you're coming from. Hold on. So right now, do you feel like, because I remember it's always been Jared Anderson's the next great American heavyweight. They put that on you, whether you wanted the title or not. And I seen a couple of interviews back in the day where you was like, man, I don't even care about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that something, do you embrace that now? Or do you still like, I don't even care about that? Like next great American heavyweight.
That's difficult for me to answer. And the only reason I say it's difficult for me to answer is because it's a double-edged sword to me. And the reason I say it's double-edged sword is because me taking on that part comes with a lot of shit I didn't ask for. The same as the Rory Jones video is like, okay, yeah, y'all putting just like you said, they put it on you without even whether you want it or whether you don't. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before I get the chance or had the chance to even say like, you know what, I'm gonna be this big inspiration for America or this next generation, Gen Z or whatever the case is, y'all had already put something on me that y'all didn't even know if I was willing to burden or bear. So now it's on me and I don't have a choice no way. You get what I'm saying? Um, how I feel about it though, shit. I love how much my little brothers look up to me. I love how much respect I get when I go certain places. So I appreciate that part of it, but it's just a double-edged sword, bro. It come with a lot. You know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
people embrace it, some people don't. Me personally, I haven't figured out how necessarily to embrace it yet. That's my only thing is that I feel like it affects my personal life too much to the point where it's like I don't know where to navigate my personal life and my business life because
Mm,
I feel like I'm merging them. You get what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like they should always be separate, but I feel like I can't keep them separate. And that's tough for me because I always wanted a private life. So
Right.
when you can't get your private life that you've been looking for, and you gotta do this without you ever having the choice. I didn't have the choice to pick. Okay, well I'm gonna just open up and say fuck it, I'm gonna do this. Like I had to do that, or they put me there already. Like they planted me there and then was like, here, you ain't got no choice. So
Right.
that's my 2 cents for it. Like I just shit, it happened. It is what it is now. I don't really have no choice. If you've been
Wait,
paying
hold on.
attention, go
Let
ahead.
me ask you this, because right now, because they putting that on you, next great American heavyweight, because we need somebody. There's
Sure.
another guy right now who they saying this guy's the next generational heavyweight. He just fought Moses Atama.
Yeah.
What do you? Because you signed to a European promoter now, Jerry. You know that's a crash course. You know they're gonna put you in the mix with that boy Moses, man. What you think about that fight?
Hold on. What specifically are you asking? Are you asking me how do I see that fight as far as me and him, or are you asking me like the crash course, like how I see us meeting?
Well, y'all gonna meet. They're gonna make that happen. I'm saying, how do you see that fight? Do you respect what he's doing? Do you look at him like, damn, this is a formidable opponent for me? Or you just kind of looking at him like, man, I could get at him. Like, well, how you looking at him? Because they're gonna make that happen with you signing the Queensberry. That's going to happen.
Like I said, I gotta be wise on everything I say. I'm gonna just answer the question like the first one. As far as seeing him, he's a good fighter. Great feints, good speed. I really want to see him tested against somebody who's actually going to show up to fight. I don't believe Jermaine Franklin showed up to fight that fight simply because he was just taking too many shots. It wasn't a lot of what we seen from him in previous fights. I felt like it was too much waiting. It could have been the timing that threw him off. It could have been the speed that threw him off. Not saying that it was a discredit to Moses. It just was that wasn't what we expected to see out of Jermaine. So I
Yeah,
would like to see him tested against something more durable or something more like throwing in between his shots, you know what I mean, and trying, you know what I mean, some different things. Uh, Decent fighter, very young though, like I was at the time, doing the same thing I was doing. Um, Shit, Jerry Forrest went 12 rounds with Zhang and somebody else. I can't think of who else at the time. They was a big name that he had went against. I stopped him in two.
Mm. Okay, yeah. Hold on, but so you don't look at Moses the way, because right now the media, the fans, everybody looking at this guy like, oh my God, he's the next. You know what I'm saying? I just wonder, do his contemporaries look at him like that too? Not necessarily that he's the next guy, but like this is a guy that's, this is gonna be a tough fight when I get in there with him.
It only take one punch in this game, especially in the
That's
heavyweight division. So I don't
that's
give
a
a fuck who
fact.
you is, and I know I'm cracking.
Yeah,
I
that's a
know I'm
fact.
cracking. You ain't gotta tell me. I know for a fact that I'm cracking. Hey, I respect I say FA. I respect Bakoli. You know what I'm saying? We have had words after the fight. Even I'm talking a year after the fight. For another whole back home family situation that I don't even want to get in on here because I get a nigga
Yeah,
attention and I don't want to give it to him. But
yeah,
me and Bakoli have had words. I respect what he doing back home. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to bruh. He building a foundation. You know, he even started a security business, building lounges, giving back to his community. Very grateful that fight happened and when he was able to get in position to do that type of stuff. But I even out of that respect, in that fight, I gained my respect for a reason too. I made sure I cut his eye. I made sure I was hitting him with body shots that lifted his leg. And I made sure that even at him hitting me with the shots he hit me with, I made sure before I got out that ring, you was gonna know who Jared Anderson is. And it ain't gonna be no, oh no, he just did this or he did this and he got out. No. You gonna know who I am and you gonna know we was in a fight for sure. Both of us
yeah.
knew we was in a fight at the end of that fight for sure.
Yeah. Do you look at this next fight like you got something to prove? Like, you know what I mean? Where people are like, yo, is Jared still the guy that we thought he was? Blah, blah, blah. Do you feel like you got something to prove or no?
Yes and no. Like I know everybody want to hear yes, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the obvious answer to the media and everybody want to hear. But prove to y'all for what, nigga? Like who the fuck is y'all? I'm not
Yeah.
proving shit to y'all. I know
Yeah.
who I am. Like on some real shit, I know I'm a dog. That's why like people be asking me all type of confidence questions and did this happen? Did this make you look at this? Nigga, I'm a fucking dog, nigga. You don't know who I am, obviously. Like even asking me that shit, you can't look at me and tell me you know who I am for real then if you asking me that, bro. Cause None of this has ever left. None of this fire, none of this, or when it's only gonna come out when I want it to. I'm not finna be a character for y'all. I'm not finna, because you snap your fingers and say, I want you to act like this at this point, or because Jarrell Miller walked in front of you and said something that I was supposed to, like, I'm not a fucking actor. I looked that man up and down and I told him, we can fight whenever, bro. I've seen
Yeah.
other people do other things, not him specifically, but I've seen other people put their hands on other people. I've seen them push people and do, other stuff. I ain't never been touched, and and when I got called out my name, a motherfucker was walking away every time. I ain't never got disrespected like a little boy in front of nobody, because
Yeah.
I ain't no little boy, and I treat it like that every time. I don't care if I gotta go to jail or what. I'm gonna die by my respect. So a motherfucker know not to play with me. That's just
Jared,
me
we don't
though.
want you to go to jail, nigga. We don't want that.
I don't want to go to jail either, but a motherfucker ain't gonna play with me though either, or it's gonna be that. So you feel
I
me?
get
I try to be as calm and cool as possible, because this is a business, bro. This is just like you said. Don't nobody want me going to jail, and I don't want to go to jail. This is a business, bro. We can act like businessmen, or we can get fucking. I can go back to my kid days acting a fucking fool in this bitch, and I try my
Yeah.
hardest not to act a fool. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people try to bring that out of me, but I only act a fool when I got to. Um,
Right.
that man, I like this though. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You next
Yeah.
question. You got something else?
Like I said, we don't get a chance to really hear from you. So this is good to understand you as we about to see you fight. I want to understand you. What tell me about, like, you sparred Jake Paul. You helped him out for the Anthony Joshua fight. I seen you over there. Shakur was over there when he was about to fight Tank and all of that. What was that experience like? Did you get anything from that? Like, I don't mean necessarily from the boxing standpoint, but just being around Jake and all that. What was that experience like, sparring Jake Paul?
That was the whole reason I went over there, man, to learn how to market myself better, to learn how to be more appealable to the fans, even as a dickhead, because obviously he known for being a troll. So I
Yeah.
wanted to, kind of figure out in a way how to become him. You know what I mean? Like, even whether it's the troll side or whether it's the nice, good looking AJ type of guy. Like, I wanna be just as marketable and just as big as AJ. Like, that's
Yeah.
that's the that's the dream for any heavyweight right now. Like, don't get me wrong, Tyson and did his goddamn thing, but if you can take losses like AJ didn't lost, like fucking Andy Ruiz and shit, and then come back and still make millions and hundreds of millions, who the fuck don't want to do that? Like,
Right.
that's the,
Why do you think that? Why is AJ allowed to do that to you? Why? Why?
because he's that marketable, because he's that nigga, he's that guy. He got the face for it. He don't got a lot of blemishes on his record. And to the best of my knowledge, I ain't gonna say to the best of my knowledge, I know he from the trenches. I know
Mm.
I done heard him get like that when he, you know what I'm saying, when he upset or somebody get to talking to him crazy. So it's just all about how you do things, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm trying to get to now. Like, for a lot of different reasons though, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, because mainly for my daughter, that's the biggest reason. Two,
Yeah.
I got little brothers behind me. Ushore Williams, national, like 15-time national champion. Isaiah Durden, Golden Gloves, national Golden Gloves champion, just won last year. Ryan Williams, Nolan Huntley. It's all type of national champion amateurs and stuff coming out of my city who looking up to me, and I want to show
Yeah.
them the way to do this. I just started Twitch, started streaming.
I
I got
see
my
that.
YouTube. I got my YouTube. I done have my YouTube already going. Y'all want to go check it out? Big Baby Boxing on Twitch. Everything else is Jared419 or Jared.419. You go look it up, type everything in, man.
Oh,
But I'm trying to
when you say it is on Twitch, I'm gonna post it in here. I'm gonna put the link up. But what was it on Twitch?
Big Baby Boxing.
Big Baby Boxing. All right.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you,
All right.
bro.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Nah, for
All my little
sure.
brothers, all my
Yeah,
little
how
brothers
you
and
with
stuff.
India Love? Nigga with India Love out here? What the-
Yeah. Hey, chill out.
I
Hey,
said,
whole
oh,
time
this
now.
nigga
Whole
Jared with
time.
India?
Hey, whole time that was my friend, man, my lady friend. She shot at her, but I kid you not. We sitting in there. I only went for baby shower, no, just to. I was so happy and so grateful that he even invited me, bro, because it was huge for me, especially on the streaming side. I was nervous and everything. I didn't even know, like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't nervous because of the people there or nothing, but I'm like, damn. I'm supposed to be streaming or doing something that they already so used to on such a smaller scale with a phone and just around all these people with these $30,000 backpacks walking around and stuff. The whole time it
Yeah.
was one of the coolest events ever, bro. And then Shorty, you feel me? She went in, she's like, I'm gonna go touch India Love butt. And next, you know, she went to go talking with her, and that's how that video even came about because I didn't tell India about my fight. She did. So when that video got played, you feel me, made or whatever, when she walked past, that wasn't playing nothing. Like she had already told India about my fight. So when India was walking past, she's like, yeah, check out her fight too. So that's why I appreciate it even more because it wasn't like that was so genuine. Like it had nothing to do with me. That was all through my shorty and her. So I
Right.
appreciate that. Shout out to both of them. But
Girl, that one that was in the video with you, that's your girl?
yeah, yep.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right. All right. All right. Now, I see that video. I was happy. I said, okay, my boy out here with India. He doing it. Okay. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, nothing like that, man. She cool peoples though. I don't even know her nothing. I ain't holler at her. I ain't say nothing to her after that. I like I said, I was just grateful for the clip, grateful for the moment and to be there. Man, cool shit though. Like it was so dope. I appreciated everything. I appreciate the clips and everything. But like I said, I'm trying to show my little brothers a different way. I'm trying to show them how to be Ryan Garcia. I'm trying to show them how to go get that bag before they got to put in all the tough work or tough fights. You feel me? I'm
Yeah.
trying to show them, oh, you can make $100,000 outside the ring before you ever got to go make $100,000 inside the ring. So that's what I'm trying to
Mm,
show them, and I'm trying to learn and figure that out myself on a better scale. So
I got
that's another motivation for me right now. That's what has put that other battery in my back to open up more socially, try to make the connections, talk to more people and stuff like that. Cause I really been a cut off young nigga my entire life, bro. I'm really an introvert. I really don't fucking like people. I barely like talking to people.
yeah.
But I understand that that's not the way of the world. And I got a little brother right here right now who be telling me all the time, like, bro, they just want to know. They just want to see whatever it is you doing, whenever you not doing anything, even if you sitting down just chilling, bro. They want to see like how you chill. And I didn't understand that. I didn't realize that until, obviously I got Gen Z type people to come
Yeah.
up and tell me what's going on. So I'm
That's the
appreciative, for the little guys or the young men around me that look up to me so much that give me the game like that. Because like I said, I'm so introverted and so to myself that I don't be on social media like that to know. I don't be going through everybody. Like the comments that I do reply to be comments somebody usually sent to me. Or be like, man, look at this dumbass. So I don't
right.
even be so far off into it that I even like TikTok. I just started going live on TikTok and stuff because I've been seeing. I kid you not, my barber homie from back home, he screenshotted his bank account on TikTok or whatever, sent it to me. And I was like, no wonder you be falling asleep on TikTok. Like you making some paper off this joint. So I
Right.
started trying to go live on TikTok. Man, somebody was just telling me do something on there. I didn't even know how to do it. They had to explain it to me over TikTok, like how to work TikTok. I didn't know how to do it. So that's not really me. But I'm trying to learn now. I'm trying to open up, use all my
Now,
resources, man.
I like that. Is there anybody on the boxing side that you like before this all said and done? I want to fight this nigga right here. Like this guy is in my before I'm done with my shit, I want to get at this dude. Is there anybody like that for you, or is just like kind of whoever?
I'm gonna ask the question after this. I would say challenge wise, it's like three people. Everybody keep talking about this Moses nigga. So just cause y'all saying that shit, if you know what I'm saying, it's a crash course like y'all say, by all means, bruh.
Jerry, you want that? Cause I ain't gonna lie, they gonna make y'all two niggas fight. Like he's the guy that we all talk about right now. So that's gonna happen.
I'm not worried about that shit.
All
That
right.
hey, everybody got a crash course until they crash into something else or crash into somebody else.
Mm.
It always, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen, and I'm not gonna say I wish nothing bad on the young man, cause he's doing his thing. That's exactly what he's supposed to be doing. I got enough knowledge and enough game from all my older homies from BY, Tyson Fury, um, Man, I could go on, but all the big older homies and older guys that's been around in this game for a minute, I done got enough game from them to know, like, it only take one time. It only take one mishap. It only take you having a kid on the way or you having baby mama drama for you to be fucked up so mentally that when you go into the fight, you're not thinking about shit else.
Right. Right.
So in that fight, or in all honesty, once again, I didn't make not one excuse when I got up and I lost that fight. I got up and said, "Hey man, he was a better man tonight. I ain't gonna make no excuses." I didn't put it on the coach. I didn't put it on nobody else. I knew for a fact I could have done more to win that fight, and not anything inside the ring. I could have did more outside the ring and before the fight, mentally and physically. In that, I knew I wasn't there mentally either. I knew for a fact, like, of course I would take the Deontay Wilder fight, but I knew for a fact mentally in that fight, I was mad at the world. I wasn't mad at him. When he dropped me, I had so much more fight outside of him that's what made me go at him like that. Because I knew that wasn't the fight for me, but I had so much going on outside of the ring that I was just willing to fight the world at that point. Everybody oohing and I whole time. I'm thinking about my daughter. I'm thinking about this baby mama shit. I'm thinking about the cars I got and the shit I done got in trouble for. My parents telling me they think I could do more to be there for my daughter. My I don't want to go to keep going on with the family shit, but yeah, it was a lot going on outside the ring that take a toll. That
Right.
when that nigga hit me, I was mad at the world at that point. I was already mad at the world before the fight started, but now that you done hit me and you done did it on national TV, now we gotta do it. Now we gotta bang it out now, nigga.
You want the Bakoli rematch? Basically, that's what you saying.
I've been said that. I said that a while ago. I mean, I don't listen. I'm not a promoter, and I'm not. I can't. I ain't say I can't. Yeah, I can't. Obviously I'm still under contract. I can't make that happen tomorrow. But
Yeah.
however they make it happen, if they make it happen, like I said, that's on them. I'm gonna say it till I can't no more, and people can say whatever they want about it. But I know what I did. He know what I did, and I think it'll be a crazy fight in the rematch.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
leave that where it is. But yeah, we did all type of shit after that. And we gonna keep going, man. Just wait till May 9th. Just wait till
So
I know they watching now.
nigga, I can't wait. Next week is May 9th, man. We tuned in, we tapped in May 9th,
For
bro.
sure. They
Hold up,
know
what
what's going on.
they asked him about Deontay Wilder. You said you would fight him. Did
Of
you see
course.
that? You saw that fight, him and Chisora? You saw
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Let me ask you, did you honestly think he was holding back?
No.
Okay. In that, being as honest as I could be, and this is just me though, you know what I'm saying? I know he probably ain't gonna feel like this because he's a goddamn warrior and he gonna die on the shoot every time. As far as passing the torch type thing go, I would love to fight that man. And by all means, I'm damn sure not gonna go in there trying to annihilate that man because I think he took enough damage and put on enough shows and performances that he don't need to take that type of beating to go on his way. He could pass the torch without doing all that. So by all means, of course, who wouldn't want that fight? Is good for the legacy, is good for American boxing, all that good shit. But I can't say that who he is as a fighter, like that's what he want. You know what I'm saying? Like you see, he just asked for the AJ fight and shit. Like that's like asking to get fucked up. I think AJ has a lot more left than he has. So if that's what he want to do, he want to go make a mega fight before he go. By all means, go ahead. But I think it's a lot safer and better options for him that he can go out and do.
Right. Nah, that makes
But I
sense.
would love that fight though. Who wouldn't? You know what I'm saying? I
You
think
ever
it's
spoke to
amazing.
him though? Did you ever speak to him as like he the last nigga that come on, the culture was rocking with Deontay. Like
No
the
doubt.
culture
I
he
was.
had,
Fuck, I was. I even as a heavyweight up under like I was. I can finally say this publicly. No shade to Tyson Fury, but dog, that shit hurt me so bad for this man to
me too,
praise
bro.
me. To praise me as the nigga who fucking helped him beat you, and then you turn around and not call me in the camp. I would have easily left this nigga. Fuck Top Rank, nigga. I'd have went over here gladly, like I'm gonna help my brother out. You hear me?
Wait, hold up. You saying if Deontay would have called you for camp for that fight, you would have went to
Instantly, bro. Instantly. Because I want you to get better. I want it to be a competitive fight at the very least. If I can help you, why not?
So
I don't know what it was. I don't have the connection. I tried to reach out to people who I thought had the connection or knew him. It just didn't never happen.
did y'all ever speak? Like, did y'all ever like OG American heavyweight to
I
the
ain't never
next
spoke two
generation?
words to that man. I ain't never spoke 2 words to that man.
Damn. I feel like we
I ain't never
gotta get
said
it.
nothing bad about him, no.
Now I feel like I gotta put a conversation together, Jared, because you know what I'm
I would
saying? I
love
just feel
that.
like
I would love that. I'm all for it, bro. That man is a part of the culture. He has done so much for us to this day. You hear me? Like he did done a lot for us,
yeah.
bro. He did put on for us in a lot of ways, bro. Everybody was rocking with him. The whole country would have went across the water with him to fight any of them boys, and we gladly would have had our faith in him. So by all means, just for history alone, man, I would love to even have a conversation with bruh. Have him in my corner. I don't give a fuck if he don't want to fight and he say, you know what I'm saying, that ain't what he want to do. What I don't care whatever it is. By all means, if you can get us to have a conversation, I would love that. I fuck with bruh.
Okay. I speak to Deontay every so often, so I'm gonna definitely put I'm gonna put the message out, man. But we
That's what's
want to
up.
see that.
Hell yeah.
Yo, Nico, salute for the super chat. He says, even though we from the same place, we all from the hood, and we proud of you, kiddo. Stay in the gym, stay focused, and get your pay.
My
Okay.
dog, my dog. That's the one. That's the one. That's the type of comments and shit that I love to hear, bro. When people hear me speak, hear me say what I say, and then they not judgmental on like, well, damn, I'm still upset he don't want, because I've heard it plenty of times. Like I was on the TikTok live and Corey Spinks had jumped on there and he was like, man, I ain't never heard a fighter say he don't want these belts or he don't want this legacy, he don't want this undisputed shit. And I stopped and I'm like, all right, bro. I said, but everybody can't be you, Corey. I said, everybody didn't grow up like you. Everybody didn't grow up in the same family as you. Everybody didn't grow up in fighting families like you, bro. My family was starving. You feel me? Like I got to a point where I could feed my family. That was what drove me to do the things that I did. It was never all this legacy shit. If that's the case, I would have stayed for the Olympics and fought my brother for it. But I chose not to. I tell him all the time, like, and I'm so happy that we beyond that and that I've
Torres.
said it to him.
Torres?
Yeah, that's my real brother, and I want to say this publicly now too, because I've said it a couple times to other people in the last few months or whatever. But at 15 years old, when we went to Russia, I was ranked 8 in the world. I lost in the quarterfinals. After I lost, I was so upset, so hurt, so angry, and fucked up. I went across the street to the Russian mall and started stealing. I got caught. His parents was the ones who came over and got me out.
Stealing in Russia?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Putin about to get that. Putin gonna get on your ass.
Man, I was 15. This is so old, but his parents came over there and got me out. You feel me? They paid a couple dollars, paid for everything, and then some, got me out, and didn't say nothing the whole trip for real. Then I got
Wow.
back, got caught, and got in trouble for it, and I had to take the next year off. But like, bro, I held on I still hold on that to this day, bro. That's my brother, and like, he told me as kids that was his dream. Like as we was training and doing all the shit we did, bro, he told like, man, there's so much that go into that. But he told me that was his dream, and I would never in life want to hurt my brother's dream like that. Even if I did, if I had so much, because I know I got the confidence I got, I'm not saying I can beat him. Not saying I even want that fight. I've told people plenty of times, and I'm gonna say this publicly again. I'm not fighting that man unless he call me up and say, "Hey Jay, we got to prove this. We got to prove this to the fans. The fans want to see it so bad, or such and such want to see it so bad. We gonna do this. Cool. By all means, I'm banging the phone. Let's make it happen." Because I'm a fighter at the end of the day. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I'm a dap you up right after that and be like, cool. I don't give a fuck what the outcome is. That's who I am. Everybody can't be like that though. Everybody don't have the emotional intelligence for it. Everybody don't have the heart for it. I'm one of them niggas though. Like, you can't tell me I'm less of a man because I won or lost. I know who I am as a man. My parents raised me like that. So I don't have that that peer pressure or that social shit where it's like I need whatever y'all think or like, bro, that shit don't mean nothing to me, bro. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna sleep perfectly fine. I'm gonna go hug my dog or hug my daughter and be just cool, bro. Y'all be wanting other people, y'all be what's the word I'm looking for? Y'all be projecting. A lot of people project. A lot of people, what you couldn't do or what you want to do, you project on me, bro. That's not okay. this is my life, and I'm gonna live how I want to, gang. You can't tell me how to do what you want, bro. Like it just
Crazy.
that's me.
I knew you and Moses. I mean, not Moses. I said Moses. I knew you and Richard Torres was cool because I seen y'all running recently on social media. Y'all was like running somewhere, so I knew y'all was cool. But I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah,
So
nobody know that. Go ahead.
hold up, that's a situation that, like you said, unless he called me to say, "Nigga, we got to fight because X, Y, and Z," you wouldn't fight him. Like, no, that's my brother.
Nope.
Okay.
It ain't a dollar amount, and you know what I'm
Jared,
saying.
stop the cap. Stop the cap. If Turkey call you and say, I got a 20 pack right now. I got a 20 pack to go fight Richard Torres. You taking that?
No, I'm not. What I will say is I'm gonna call him and tell him we need to take this. I'm not gonna say I'm going like that first initial call. I'm not going to accept. I'm going to call my brother and ask him like, "Hey, do you think it's time? Do you think this is enough money? Do you think like this you feel me?" But
Yeah.
for sure, I'm all for fighting any man who put his pants on one leg at a time. I tell people that every day of my life. I don't give a fuck who you is. You put your pants on one leg at a time, we can get on, nigga, because it's advantages and disadvantages to every fight. Now, if you putting your pants on two legs at a time, hey, wait a minute. You got something
Yeah.
going on I don't know about, and I don't want nothing to do with you, brother. You might be an
Yeah.
alien or something. But man, people be human. Everybody got their flaws. Everybody got their advantages. So I'm just a real nigga and a realist who can speak on mine and not be afraid of it, or feel like I got less of a Johnson because of it. You feel me? People be feeling like this is an ego thing. You feel me? Like, no, I ain't gonna feel like I'm smaller of a man because I said this or because I spoke my truth. You're not gonna make me feel like less of a man because I cried in front of Roy Jones Jr., bro. That's a legend. And I had the opportunity to ask one of the deepest questions that I had always wanted to ask somebody who I felt like nobody else had ever been in my shoes. Nobody else around me has ever been in my shoes.
That's
He's,
a fact.
to me, the closest person who had been in my shoes at that time. And I had the opportunity to ask him some shit that other people will never get to ask him or will never get to talk to him about. So, like I said, man, a motherfucker ain't gonna ever make me feel like less of anything because, I'm emotionally intelligent and I know how to talk.
Hey, listen, it's one guy that puts his pants on two legs at a time. His name is Agit Kabiel. That's my man. You know what
You
I'm
think
saying?
so?
Yo, Jared, I ain't gonna lie. Kabiel one of them niggas, bro. He one of them.
I ain't never denied that. I ain't saying he ain't. I'm just saying, like, you think he put his pants on two legs at a time?
He might. I've been calling. I wanted to see him fight Usyk. I want to see
He
him
said he
fight
might.
Usyk. He
He
might.
said
He
he
might.
might. Oh
Yeah.
man. Hey, one thing I will say is I think he get hit too much. Like, don't get me wrong, I still
He
think
do.
he's
He
a hell
do.
of a
He do.
fighter.
You
I
right
think
now.
he
He
get
do.
hit too much, which
He do.
is always gonna take a toll on a fighter, and it can always happen to a fighter. He fought Zhang, and if Zhang was any bit faster or slicker, it would have been a bang out to the end. But because Zhang is so big, slow, and don't have a tank, them body shots, you feel me, dwelled on him and ended how it ended. But you mess with a fighter who can keep up with, just like you said, Usyk. You mess with a fighter who can keep up with you in them angles and doing the same thing you do and going to the body. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I ain't never knew what's wrong with these niggas. Y'all gonna let a nigga hit you in your body 3, 4 different times and then you not return the favor? I guarantee that nigga stop hitting you in your body as much if you go right back down there. Nigga, I'd have been
Yeah.
sparring since I was 8 years old, bro. I was a gym rat. I didn't say a gym rat. I was a gym fighter until I was like 14, 15 years old. So my entire life was lived in the gym, and before I even hit the stage and start fighting on national tournaments and shit like that. So all I knew was how to get my get back or to, bang or go back and forth with a nigga. And I was fighting grown men since I was 15. So this always been a thing where I'm like, all right, I know how to get mine just like you get yours. Cause that's what all my older homies been telling me my entire life. When I was sparring BY and shit, BY used to stop me and tell me like, and I love soaking up game. I used to love when they did that shit. He'd stop me and be like, hey bro, I'm 240 pounds. You 198 or you fighting 210 right now. Why is you in here trying to bang with me? That's why I became such a good boxer at a time. You feel me? So I'm like, why is I'm watching certain fighters just allow these fighters to do this shit? It's obviously because they didn't have this type of experience. They didn't have these older
Yeah.
guys telling them what to do or how to do it and how to return. Obviously, they not good body punchers, or they didn't, try and stop one day and say, because this has always been our thing as the people I be around, we never want to go in there and go 100%, 10% in sparring every day. No fighter that is ever like Shakur, Terrence, none of them do that 110% every day.
Right.
You have to go in there and work on something, bro. That's why people spar little people. That's why they spar bigger people. That's why you spar people outside of your weight class. Because if you spar somebody in your weight class every time, not even say always, but most times you gonna end up kind of going a little rougher. But if you sparring somebody who is lighter than you, like Shakur, and he is a lot faster than me, I'm working on speed. If I'm sparring somebody who is a lot bigger than me, I might be working
Shakur,
on just defense. Yeah, I just spar
Shakur?
Shakur. Yeah,
What the fuck?
I just spar Keyshawn.
They way smaller than you. Y'all be sparring?
What's that supposed to mean? They first of all, I'm not one of those people who like if I get in there, I got an ego thing where I gotta hit you because you hit me, or I gotta hit you extra hard because you tried to hit me hard. If you hit me with a cool shot, all right, cool. Now I'm gonna get it back in my own way. That's why I say like you gotta be working on shit. All right, you hit me with this slick ass right hand. All right, now I want to hit you to the body. So sometimes it might be you sparring this lighter guy, he can go free, but the coaching told me I can only use this, or I can only, you know what I'm saying, go to his body, or it's only defense. I work on shit like that. That's what made me a better fighter. That's why I am who I am.
I'm just
You know what I
saying,
mean?
Jared. I've been around, Shakur, my man. So I be around Shakur. I've been around you a couple times in real life. The size difference is insane, bro. What?
Yeah. Yeah. And he was mad as fuck when we was sparring too, because I mean, shit, it was tough on him. You know what I'm saying? It's tough trying to be faster than a motherfucker who arms damn near double yours, and he I ain't say just as fast, but he pretty fast too. It's hard doing shit like that, but he up for the challenge at all times. And he
Damn,
know,
that's
like I said,
crazy.
he know I'm not trying to kill him or take his head off. So
Right.
it's
Well,
other
listen,
heavyweights who's gonna get in there and try and kill him.
listen, I'm rocking with you, bro. And like I said, there's only one guy that I got to rock with over you, and that's Caballero. That's my nigga. I'm a Caballero type of nigga. You feel me? I like that dude. But everybody else, like I said, I'm rocking with you May 9th. You got to put on, big baby. We need to
For sure,
see May
for
9th. We
sure,
need that. We need you to come do that for real.
for sure, man. They in for something, man. That's all I can say. They in for some shit, man. Everybody been commenting and saying shit on my physique. Hey, bro, you look like you in the best shape of your life. You look like this, you look like that, man. I ain't been doing anything but just working, just trying to better my craft, working on the little things, just trying to be a better me in general for a lot of reasons. For my daughter mainly, for for the sport of boxing, 3 for my little brothers who looking up to me, who I gotta put on and help them succeed. I gotta help them reach higher than me because I've been telling my little brother, Short Williams, really one of the closest little brothers I got that's outside of my family. I tell him all the time, like, you better than me. I watched him walk in the gym when he was like 7, 8 years old, and I told him, like, bro, this little nigga gonna be better than me. And to this
Hold on, what's
day,
his name?
Short Williams, YU apostrophe SHORE Williams. He
YUSHORE Williams. You sure
Yes, sir.
Williams?
Yep. He
All right.
like he like a 15, might even have more than that. But he got plenty of national championships. But little bruh got he just like me, bro. He got a family to feed. He got little brothers up under him. You know what I'm saying? A little sister. And he, like I said, man, he just got enough going on, and he look up to me with uh such gratitude for what I've done already, that I got to do so much more to prove to him, like, bro, you are going to be better than me, bro. I've watched him do everything I do, but better. And I know he's going to be better than me. So I just want to
Yep.
prove to him, show to him what he can do, how he can do it, so that I can watch him take off. You know what I'm saying?
All
That's my
right. Hey,
main thing.
that's Jared. Hopefully you don't misplace your mouthpiece. I don't know. What is that? You misplaced your mouthpiece before or something?
Never. I have no idea what that meant.
Okay.
I appreciate you though. That's exactly how you spell it, man. Damn, you a real nigga, dog. Hey, he gonna be turned when he see this. He gonna be turned
Now
when he see that.
hold on, but Jared, can you take a couple fan questions before we get up out of here?
Of course. I ain't
All
got
right.
nowhere to go. G, I'm here as long as you want
Yeah.
me.
All right, yo, we dropping the link in the chat, man. Link is now in the chat. You want to come talk to Big Baby? You got a couple questions. A lot of y'all in the chat, man. I'm dropping a link. Come pull up on Big Baby. We here. I just want to say this, right? While they coming up here, bro. You got a special talent and a special gift that majority of the people don't have. Majority of people don't have what you have. So I think that's why me as a fan of you, when I put these, responsibilities that you ain't asked for, it's because I see that you got shit that everybody ain't got. So it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I just want to encourage you, bro. Like, not that you need anybody else to tell you who you are, but you one of them guys, bro. You got the gift to be one of them guys. And it just feels like, to me, it's up to you whether you're going to be that. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to tell you that because, like, you know what I mean? I respect your game. I respect everything you've done. I've been watching you for a few years. And I want to see you succeed because you represent the culture. You the next iteration of us, bro. You us. When we up there, we need a nigga to be like, that's us up there. You feel me? You that.
So my dog. Hell yeah, man. I would say the first person who said that, the two people who said that to me, because the two people who have said that to me that it meant the most was Shakur and Bud. Both of them have said that to me before, and you can only imagine how much that means to a young black male coming up in this game. I've heard it from the best of the best, so I know that I'm special. And it's not that I don't want to show and prove to everybody else that I'm special. That's why I say, like, I don't need to prove to y'all. Like, that's not a aspiration or like a goal of mine to prove to other people who I am. I know who I am. It's up to me to prove to me who I am. You feel me? Like, that's my thing. I don't gotta prove to nobody nothing. I've done it so many times and astounded so many people. That's why they came up with the rumors that they came up with Tyson Fury and stuff. That's why Bob said, oh, he was giving him hell though. I just seen that clip of that interview earlier. He was giving him hell though. That's why these people have said this, because I've done it time and time and time again. I'm gonna prove it to myself. It's not up to nobody else. I appreciate that y'all got that love for me. I appreciate that y'all got that trust in me. I'm gonna show me how to do this shit. You feel me? I'm gonna show me, when I get on that stage, exactly how to do this shit. Like I said, I had a lot going on prior to outside of this shit that it take a lot, man, when you go into that ring, man. You gotta have everything in sync, outside and inside the ring, man. You gotta have your brain, your body, your mind, everything in sync, bro. And I was very out of sync, like, so I just plan on being in sync from here on out.
Okay. Lastly, before I bring up a couple people to holler at you, what did you want to tell me? You said you had you had something to say.
I'm happy you reminded me. Hey, I'm so happy you reminded me. So, as I was having this conversation, I'm gonna explain the whole little situation, but I'm gonna explain it short. Boom, I'm on TikTok live. Random fan just happened to pop. Hey, pull me up, TikTok. I'm like, all right, but pull him up. Damn, man, why we ain't never heard this, that, and the third? Because I'm explaining myself on TikTok, just literally damn near venting, you feel me? Just talking to a couple random people, and he like, bruh, I can't believe you just said all this baby mama shit and this, that, man. I know exactly what you're going through, bruh. I already know you wasn't there now that you explaining this to me. If I'd have knew this, I wouldn't have thought half the shit I thought about you prior to. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know why I haven't had none of these mainstream interviews or talked to these people or did none of this other shit. And he like, man, for real, man, I know it's some people who want to talk to you or would talk to you, da. Sure enough, what he say? The first person he say is Cigar talk, not G Till. You know, the first thing I said, no, man, I done tried to do an interview with that nigga, bro. He told me he was gonna pull up on me, he was gonna do some shit. Then the nigga didn't show up. Nigga didn't even message me back. And then it was you messaged me, and then I left you on red. And it wasn't nothing personal, but I'm one of the people who's like, all right, I'm gonna give you the same respect you give me. I felt like in a way that was disrespectful. But this is why I explain the story, because I learn new things every day, and I appreciate people who open my eyes to new things every day. This is a random fan who now we cool, but he talking to me on the thing, and he like, bruh, you can't look at it like that though, bruh. He probably had a lot going on. He probably was doing other interviews. He's probably doing this, da. But whole time, the rest of the world want to see it, bro. So fuck whatever you got going on against him or him doing the interview with him. Nigga, go do that interview because we want to see it, because we want to hear it, and we want to hear your side, bro. So go get the interview done. And that's exactly why I literally hit you that day, right at that time when I was on TikTok. And he was like, damn, bro, I can't wait to see this interview because now I put the battery in your back to make you go do it, bro. So I'm thankful, appreciative of him and everybody else who be pushing me or been telling me in the last few months, like, hey, nah, go for this shit. Reach out to this person, talk about this or talk about that, man. Cause I really think it has helped me give my side of the story to a lot of people, and it's reaching people. You know what I'm saying? It's drawing people closer to me, and helping me out, man. So hopefully it help y'all out as well.
Nah, for sure. Well, listen, definitely, this is gonna go up tomorrow, so everybody, everybody's gonna tune in and hear everything you got to say. For me, brother, what happened initially was I was trying to get it done. I booked the wrong city for some reason. I keep thinking
You did say that. You did say that. I'm bullshit.
I booked the wrong city, right? So what happened was I booked my flight, and then I realized I was like, oh shit, this nigga's not in. I think Cleveland. I booked it to Cleveland or something. Yep. I booked it somewhere in Ohio that you wasn't at. Yep. So when I tried to figure out I was like, damn, I'm gonna drive to Toledo from Cleveland, and there wasn't no cars available.
I was telling you I was gonna drive to Cleveland. Cleveland only 2 hours. I was gonna drive to Cleveland. That's why. That's the other reason why I'm like, no, he bullshitting, bro. Because if I told you I'll meet you, why not still come?
No, because what happened was the camera person I had scheduled or whatever. Like I said, I had a camera person scheduled that was gonna come out there. So when I had to tell him like, yo, we got to go to Toledo, that was what I was initially gonna do. It kind of fucked up the whole shit. And when I was trying to like switch it up, it just didn't work the timing. Like I was trying to make it happen, but it just didn't work. So I don't want you to feel like, I was capping or bullshit, and it was just like I fucked up, you know what I mean? And I guess I could have communicated that to you better, you know what I mean? But I fucked up on that. But listen, we here,
good, bro. It's God's timing, bro. Bro pulled up on me on the live. He told me exactly what I needed to hear, and it took everything out of, I guess I would say, my conscience and my heart. You feel me? Of the situation, because I'm a very prideful person, and I know that there's a lot of shit that I could have got past or got done, if my ego or my pride wasn't in the way. So I ain't gonna sit here and fake like this interview couldn't have got done a lot faster or we couldn't have made it happen. It just, you know what I'm saying? I'm ignorant is all get out. You feel me? I should have swallowed my pride and said like, hey, just like bro said, like, bro, people want and need to see this. So
listen, but you can't. We've been talking about this for a minute, so it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I've been trying to fuck with you, so we gonna do this in person. We gonna do the real in person sit down. We're gonna do all of that. And, I'm grateful. Thank you, man, for pulling up for real, bro.
For sure.
All right, let me bring up a couple people, ask a couple questions before we get up out of here. My man, Big Baby in the building, Jared Anderson. Let me get Nico Jamal. Yo, cameras gotta be on. We ain't doing that no camera shit. We ain't doing that. Y'all know my rules. If you showing love, I appreciate that. If you a hater, I tolerate that. But if you disrespecting my guests, I'm booting you off the channel. You know the rules. No disrespect to people in my house. Let's get Nico Jamal. What's popping? Nico.
What's up, Najee?
Yo, what's up, my brother?
What's up, Jared?
Yo.
I ain't want nothing, bro. I just want to let you know, bro. I'm a little bit older than you. But like I said in the super chats, bro, all hoods is the same, bro. We proud of you, dog. You feel me? Just stay focused, bro. Like, bro, just stay focused, bro. you got put on for us, my boy. You got put on for us. Ain't too many of us left, bro. You see what's going on in the world, bro.
Man,
like,
I'm knowing.
Stay focused, bro. Stay focused, bro. Take care of baby girl, take care of your family, and take care of yourself, my boy. Trust me, I'd have been stabbed, shot, and karate chopped out this joint. You feel me? Just stay focused, my boy. Everything gonna be all right, dog.
Bro, your comments is hilarious. They talking about your red lights freaky as hell. My man's is trucking right now. My man's making some money. What they own, man?
You feel me?
I hate the world, man. But man, make your money just like you telling me make mine, man. I hope you getting some peace as well, brother, man. I appreciate you shouting, getting on here, just showing love and telling me that, man. I'm doing my best to keep my mental well. I'm doing my best to advance every day at being better for all surrounding reasons. Like I said, for boxing, for my little brothers, and mainly for my daughter, man. So I appreciate you getting up here showing the love, brother.
No, for sure, Abe. Don't stop running, bro, because these heavyweights be slow.
No, hell no. Hey, y'all be seeing me smoking them boys, man. I need to race Shakur again, and I need or he need his rematch, I have to say, because I beat that nigga back in the day on the track. You feel me? He need his
Yeah,
rematch.
man. And, you know, next
All
time
right,
you got your next fight in the States, I'll be there.
Already, my dog. Appreciate you.
For sure.
For
all right,
sure
thank you,
that.
bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, my comments, them niggas always cooking everybody. That's what they do. Like they cook me all the time. Them niggas they cook me every time I get on. That's just how they rock. So, you know what I mean? Salute the comments. Let me get Hector Bermudez. Hector Bermudez to the
I
stage.
know
Hector,
exactly who that is, bro. Bring him up, man.
oh, you know him?
Hey, sweat.
You know
Yeah,
him?
out of my
I don't know
dog,
him. Listen.
bro. That's what's the name, coach. Yeah, what up, my boy? Yeah.
Yo, hey, what you talking about? You ain't misplaced no mouthpiece, right?
No, see, now I know what he's talking about. See, I didn't know that was him that said it. When you said replace the mouthpiece, I'm like, who the hell said that shit? No, I had forgot my mouthpiece. What damn, I'm trying to think what fight that was. I know it was in New York, you feel me? But I had forgot
It
my
was in,
mouthpiece.
It was a real fight.
Well, I forgot it after the fight, I believe.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I had it in my bag for like 2 years trying to
Literally,
get
and
it
then
back.
caught up with me and gave it to me. Just cause he, you know what I'm saying, he that real of a guy and held on to it. That's my dog, bro. Hey,
What's
that's
Okay.
good with
crazy.
you?
Well, salute.
Now,
Hold up. You a coach Bermudez?
yeah.
Hey, man,
Hey,
that's disrespectful.
hey,
Hey, hold up. That's disrespectful. He don't know who I am, man.
yeah, wait. No, don't tell him. I'ma tell him. Dang, I'm trying to think of the little short southpaw dude. Dang, he's so nice, bro. He quick and he nice. Is he from the Dominican or is he Puerto Rican?
They said Polanco coach.
Yeah,
That's what.
Polanco. That's exactly who his name. That's him. Polanco's so nice, bro, and he's the head coach for bro. He's an amazing coach. He's an amazing person as well. And if you need I dang, I can't. I don't want to give all your tricks and tips out. Just know he's a hell of a guy as a coach, and he can back you up if you need
Yeah, you don't
help
say no
losing
more. You
weight.
don't got to say no more.
If you need help losing weight and doing all your 1-2, man, go to him. Trust me. If
Well,
you in his
my
area,
apologies, coach. My apologies. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But they cooking me in the chat right now. So
he
my
said,
apologies. I didn't recognize, but I do know your fighter, Hector Polanco. Matter of fact, I
yeah,
just had Tiger Johnson up here recently, and he
Go ahead,
was talking
I got
like he was talking that he down for that smoke with y'all. So you know what I mean? I'm definitely familiar with your
what's up,
oh
champ?
okay.
Yeah. And he nice. I rock with bruh. He's nice. And he punching. He be in that motherfucker popping it too. He know he popping it.
Hey,
you know,
Tiger
and
Johnson.
you know one of your favorites, Naj, is Yo Hernandez, one of your favorites.
I love that. Yo-Yo was a demon. Yo-Yo like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he a part of the squad. You know, Armando Martinez fight next Saturday. He's 17-0 as a Cuban. Fighting
Yeah.
another undefeated kid.
Yeah, they saying I'm not doing my homework in the chat, so I'm gonna go do my homework and make sure. You know what I'm saying?
Hey
Yeah,
Jerry,
you
I got
got
a question for you, man. I got a
go
question.
ahead.
What heavyweight have you learned the most from? Especially from like watching film.
Ooh, okay. Watching film or personally? It's two different things.
Well, which one you learn more, watching film or personally?
Personal.
All right. So
I
what did you learn?
personally, BY Jennings. I've had more sit down conversations with him. He's been sparring us since we was on the Olympic training team. He's giving me more game outside the ring. I ain't gonna say outside the ring. He's giving me more game inside the ring than he has outside the ring, but it has translated outside the ring just as much inside the ring.
Hey, how old was that video where that dude dropped you in sparring and you got up and washed him? And why you
I was
wash
like
him?
I was like 16, 17.
So
I
that
was I
so
was
so
I
that's
was I was
that's old. That's
yeah, super old. I was on the USA team still. I hadn't even I don't even think I had went to Germany at the time. And when I went to Germany, I was 19. So yeah, I had to be 17 or 18 at the time. Yeah, that my dude Cat though, Big Cat. Cassius Anderson. That's his last name. Yeah,
that's
Anderson. That's
what's
crazy.
that
But
chat maker trainer, right?
yep, Lamar Wright, yep, yes sir, that's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
dog from Toledo, Ohio, yes sir. He was training him at the time. Cat hit like an ox, man. Cat is one of the big homegrown country fed boys. Just was always punching, man. He caught me with a good shot, man. On the I think I was throwing a hook. He threw a short right hand. I was off balance as I was throwing my hook hard as hell. My foot went up. I slipped down, got up, and just like he said, man, I got the wailing on him. But man, it was always good work with my dude, man. But he, like I said, he punched like an ox. And when I got up, that's why I was just telling Najee earlier. I know I'm punching. I'd have been fighting grown men since I was a shorty, and every time I got into one of them type of situations, even when I did bang it out, they was like, "Nah, we ain't finna just be sitting here banging it out, bro. This ain't that type of party." That's how I know I'm punching.
Hey,
Yeah.
so you know you punching. What part of your game haven't we seen yet?
I would say the dynamics of my boxing. Like I'm a huge boxer when I want to be. When I want to show and prove, like I got a hell of a back foot, I can really do that. I think that's what I have not got a chance to show yet because I'm
So
so aggressive.
why wasn't it why? And I mean I know personally you could do that. So why wasn't you disciplined when you fought that big boy? Why wasn't you
I, I
disciplined in boxing?
I was just telling him because of the outside things. I was more I was more mad at the world than him. I wasn't mad at the punch. I wasn't mad at the situation. I was mad at the world. I was mad that I wasn't gonna be able to, or I wasn't able to see my daughter at the time. I was mad that I was mad at my issues with. I told you before, Najee, I gotta watch what I say. But I
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
I,
don't
I
say too
was
much.
yeah I was upset at the things I had going on outside the ring. Uh, Prior to the fight, man, and it took a lot because I thought I had so many people behind me, so many people with me, but when I chose to make a decision for me, it was so many people who fell back from me. So I was so mad at the world, bruh, that when he hit me with the shot and I heard the oohs and the ahs, I went back to a little kid and I just wanted to fight. I wanted to hurt him. I wanted to try my hardest to do anything but box. You feel me? And it was very small pieces where you could see like I did switch back. Like I was hearing boots. Like I was fighting myself. Literally, I was fighting myself. I would hear Jerron Ennis on the right side of me. I heard Shakur on the left side of me because Shakur was in my corner sitting, I want to say next to like Eddie Hearn or Turkey or one of them over there. And then Boots was on the other side of the stands because you know the sun was still out, so everybody wasn't in the stands. He was standing in the stands. I heard him the entire fight for real, and I tried my best to listen to him. But like I said, as I was so mad at the world, I kept throwing all
What
that
was
out
they
one
saying?
gear.
What was they saying to you? Like, why are you hearing this? What was they saying?
I mean, Boots was he like, man, use your jab, box, and like when I started to use my jab, it was working, and I'm doing it. Then it hit me or something, and I'm like, forget it. I'm going right back to it. I'm stepping right back to him. So,
And what's the
it was
biggest
a lot.
adjustments you made since then?
The adjustments, outside the ring, everything outside the ring. Don't get me wrong. Like, of course, you gotta, do things inside the ring and work on your skills, but I've obviously always been a talented fighter. Can't nobody take that away from me. The biggest thing I've worked on is the pulling. I don't say I don't. I do my best to not pull back. My head moving is a lot better. Um, on side to side, back and forth, moving and my feet. I've been using my feet a lot more. I know I didn't use my feet in that fight, but I also wasn't training for that fight as I should have for a lot of reasons. Not gonna go into why. But if I would have been actively doing the leg workouts that I should have been doing, my legs would have been there and ready to, be in and out faster, moving around how I should be, stuff like that. But everything is on point right now.
Okay. Now I appreciate that. Hold up. Let me ask you a question, Coach, real quick, because a lot of people they was talking about this. I had Tiger Johnson on the show maybe like 2 weeks ago, and everybody was asking him about Polanco. Everybody
Hey,
was saying that.
he said that Tiger Johnson gonna beat you.
Ah!
Yeah, okay, Tiger Johnson think on that.
But I did say
Hey,
that. I did say
Najee, you
that.
didn't say that, Najee. We heard
I
you
did
say
say that.
Tiger
I said
Johnson.
that.
That's
I
crazy.
said, but I said,
You
listen, I
said
think it's
that
a
because he
very
was on
close
the show.
fight. I said I think it's a very close fight, but I said if I had to give an edge, I think I might edge Tiger, but it's a very close fight. And he said, hold up, it's a close fight. And I said, it's a very close fight. That's what I said. Do you think that fight can happen, Coach? Is that a fight that can happen?
No, it's not a matter if it can happen or not. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen.
Okay.
Say that, Coach. Say that.
Okay. Yeah. I like that, man. Well, we got to get Rohan on the show another time, man. I got a good translator. You know what I mean? One of my Dominican homies will come pull up. We could do that. You know what I mean?
I knew he was Dominican. I knew I wasn't tripping.
Yeah, hey, yo, listen, I'll let you go, Jerry, man. I love you, man. Just
you know that, Coach. You all love,
life,
Coach.
Man. Boxing in life. It's not about never getting hit, even in life, right? It's about what you do after, right?
1,000%.
Hopefully you made the adjustments that you had to make, because I believe in you, man. So be at peace, man. Hey, Najee, good looking out, man.
I think, last question. Coach, is it true Boots got the best of Yo-Yo in sparring?
So, I wouldn't say that because I didn't let it happen. It was about to go that way. Yo-Yo just came from Cuba. He didn't have no size on. He was pretty small at the time, and Boots was killing him low, but he don't. As a Cuban, he wasn't fighting the way you see Yo-Yo fight now. They move a lot, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't really know how to deal with, and that's the first time he went 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But he was getting Boots. He was punching Boots like straight in the face. And this is what worries me a little bit, because like they was screaming out, good defense, good defense. I was like, God damn, he's punching him dead in the face.
Right.
But Yo-Yo was getting worn down.
Right.
He was getting worn down, but a lot of the blows was low. But not like low in the balls, but low in the hips and everything. But Boots was coming on, and before anything happened, I was like, we good. Get my boy up out of here, because I know how this story is.
That's a good coach. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, listen, respect, man. I appreciate you pulling up on me, brother. Thank you.
All right, peace.
Always good talking to you, Coach. Holla at you.
All right.
All right. Yo, Jared, two more questions. More questions. One, whatever happened to the fight with the other big baby? What happened to that one?
Same as I said earlier. Like I said, and no disrespect to him, he didn't reach out to me. I actually got a lot better respect for him now after he reached out to me, because before I always thought, like, I'm a very personal nigga. Like, I take shit very personal. Just like I said before, like, I damn near took that to heart when I felt like you was bullshit on getting to me, when I'm like, I want to do the interview so bad because I know you're a mainstream guy and you a brother too. So when you reached out to me saying you want to do the interview, then you say you would come. I'm like, well, even though you weren't gonna be exactly where I was at, but you said you was close enough, I would meet you there. Then you said the cameraman. I'm like, oh man, he making excuses, he bullshitting. I took that kind of personally, which I shouldn't. I should take a lot of that. I need to take that out of my emotional category, or whatever the case is. But I know it's who I am, and I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to be better at that. But I did. Like I said, he reached out. So I do have a lot better respect for him. It's all about business. So as long as we keep stuff, very business like, it ain't a bunch of name calling and you ain't talking about my mama or none of that shit. Cause I will get very personal and I'm gonna take it there, bro. I'm telling you, I'm not one of them type of dudes. But on the fight side, I would love to fight him, bro. Of course, man. The big baby name we gotta fight for the big baby name. We gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for that. I'm damn sure gonna make sure he get tested though, bro. You got popped for that shit 3 times, nigga. I ain't going for it. So that for two. That's for sure too. But like I said, man, that big baby name, man. Somebody got. Oh, and to add, he went 10 rounds with a nigga I knocked out in 6 at 22. 21, I should say. That was in 2020 when I fought Kingsley eBay and knocked him out in 6. And Kingsley eBay looked like the exact same fighter when he fought him for 10 rounds. So by all means, man, like I said, I believe I'm the better fighter. I believe I'll fuck Jarrell Miller up. So I'm more than happy to have that fight. The business has never lined up perfectly for us. He was going through I think some issues as far as contracts and who felt like he was owing them money or whatever when he was around in my area at the time.
Yeah.
And then when he fought on the turkey card, obviously, he was already fighting Andy and shit. He had a draw. I ended up losing. Stuff like I said didn't work out as far as business wise, but I'm more than happy to take that fight. I'm more than happy to fight, bruh. I know I would beat bruh, but all
All right.
respect to him.
I would like to see that fight still, for real. You know what I
Me
mean?
and you both.
I
Who
remember
wouldn't?
his last fight when the hairpiece came off. That was
Yeah,
crazy, nigga.
yeah,
I
yeah.
never seen
And
no.
that's when he reached out to me. After that, bro, I posted that, and it wasn't even like no extra troll stuff. It was because everybody was gonna post it anyways. Like I couldn't pass that
Yeah.
up. I was in the building for Shakur fight. I couldn't pass it up type shit. So I posted it, and then he reached out to me and sent me his number after that, man. So I really shout out to bro. Like that was some real
So y'all
grown man
talked
stuff.
after that. After that, y'all
Yes,
really talked.
literally, like right after that, I swear, like that. That's why I say, like, I gained a lot of respect for him after that because it wasn't like, oh no, oh you tried to expose me or put me out there on this moment, and now I'm gonna, say this or that. Out of everything he'd have said prior to that, I would have thought that was exactly what he was gonna be on when he hit me. You feel me? But he like, hey, no, I think we could do some good business. You know what I'm saying? Let me shoot you my number or whatever. You know what I mean? So he's trying to make business. You know what I mean? Or business moves. Like, shit, if we can get Eddie and Bob to make something happen or whatever, then we should make this fight happen for the big baby name, whatever. So I'm more than happy to do that. That's the type of business I'm trying to do. As long as it's not, you know what I mean? You ain't trying to get personal. Or even if you tell me like prior to like, hey, I'm gonna say this or I'm gonna do this. Now we gotta understand it versus you just saying it off rip. And now I don't know where you coming from. I'm thinking I take stuff too personal, bro. That's just who I am, and I don't need to do that, but I do. I can't help it.
That's what's up, man. I like that and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga like me, if my hairpiece came off and y'all laughing, I'm spinning the block, nigga. Nah, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing that. And I'm going to Turkey to get my shit back. You know what I mean?
No,
Maybe on
fact,
my head.
you need to go for sure.
Back right. You feel me?
No doubt,
Word.
no doubt.
Yo, the last thing I want to ask you. Wait, go
I
ahead. What you said?
I seen a comment in there. Somebody asked me did I remember the Najee fight that I had
Yeah,
fought.
because I had him on the show not too after the fight he had with Gallegos, and he said he was like, me and Jared went at it back in, I think it was the amateurs, and he was telling the whole story about that. So I think that's why they asked him about that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what all he said, man, but Najee's a real good dude, real down to earth dude. Shout out to his pops, RIP, his pops, bruh. He is the reason I think we got so cool. His dad was a real good dude. Stood on a lot of morals. He had told him after the fight one time he had got mad at him because he had the fight in his hands. He gave me an 8 count in the first 30 seconds of the fight or whatever. Even though I'm a dog, I didn't think he had it in his hands, but his father and everybody believed he had it in his hands. And then he started like he had too much I guess confidence or whatever after that. Not gonna say too much confidence, but he thought he had it already. So he didn't like fight how he should have in the rest of that first round, and I started to come back. And then the second round, I started pushing and I started dogging it, and I won the fight or whatever. But man, I think his dad, kind of going at him how he did made him respect me more. And I had already respected him anyways. But, like I said, just the relationship with him and his father, man. Shout out to his dad, RIP to his dad, man. And Najee, a world champion now, man. I shout out to my boy. I can't believe we even fought at 200 and not he at what, light heavyweight or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
that's crazy.
that, yeah. So man, shout out to my dog. He doing his thing, man. Putting on for Puerto Rico, putting on for the island and stuff. So shout out to Najee.
Nah, listen, man. Yo, big baby, I appreciate you, man, doing this conversation. Like I said, after this fight, I want to come, like I said, that last one was on me. I fucked up. I had books rogue sit, but I want to come pull up on you so we could do the official sit down after this fight and really talk through everything, man. But I appreciate you and your time. And like I said, bro, you represent us, whether you want to or not, nigga. This is what it is. We putting it on you. Putting it on you.
Hey, it's too late, man. I like I said, man. I had to realize it a little second ago, man, and I ain't got no choice but to ride with it now. And I got so many of my little brothers, man, riding behind me, man. I ain't got no choice, man. I'm a wear it proudly now.
All right, man. Yo, listen, I appreciate you, big baby. Good luck. We definitely gonna be tapped in on the 9th for sure.
Hey, man, before I get off here, man, shout out to my Uncle Billy, man.
Uncle Billy? Who Uncle Billy? That's your
Man,
real
you
uncle?
see that comment right there, dog?
Yeah, highlighted. I thought he was just talking like I didn't know that was your real
No,
uncle.
that's literally my Uncle Billy, and I know that for a fact, man. That's my grandfather's name right there, man. William Taborn Jr. He was a senior. Shout out to my Uncle Billy, and shout out to my granddad who is no longer here with us, man. my Uncle Billy is a funny guy, man. I appreciate you, Uncle Billy. You need to holler at me, man. I would love to talk to you, man. So,
Man, salute, because I thought it was like, you know, in
no,
New
that's
York, the
yeah,
Billy, you know,
no,
in New York,
facts.
I'm thinking, I thought it was a hood nigga talking about he wanted a Billy.
No, that's really my uncle. I don't know how he even knew to click on your stuff. He might have been on my page or something. I really want to talk to him because I got some I want to talk to him about on the family side. So if you still watching, call my mom or something. Get my number,
Right
man.
on.
Call me.
Yo,
What's
salute
up?
Uncle Billy for pulling up, man. Yo, Jared, thank you, brother, for pulling up.
No, thank you.
We definitely supporting you on Cigar Talk. And yo, this is gonna go out, this is gonna go live everywhere tomorrow. So you know it's gonna be everywhere, man. Everybody gonna be talking about this. So I appreciate your time, bro. And keep doing your thing, man, for real.
Already, man. I appreciate you, bro. I'm so happy that we was able to get this out the way, man. Even though we ain't in person, man, I can't wait to get the one in person done, bro. Shout out to you and Cigar Talk, bro.
All right, bro. Yo, salute. I'll talk to you soon.
Already.
All right. Yeah, man, Jared. Yeah, I thought it was some gang. Yeah, you know, come on, Lulu. You know how it is in New York. You know them Billies. I thought this was one of them gang type of, you know what I mean? I didn't know it was Uncle Billy. Salute to Uncle Billy, though. Salute to Uncle Billy. You know what I mean? Man, great interview. Jared Anderson. That was great. That was great. It was a lot in there. And it was a long interview. That was like an hour and change. That was great. That was great. Jared Anderson, we got a lot in that interview. We got to understand where he's at. One of the things I took away from the interview, y'all, he said like everybody was on his ass about the Bakoli fight, right? Like, why would you take that fight right now? Bakoli, like, you know, Bob Arum didn't want it. Top Rank said no. Why would you take the fight? This and this and that. And I just thought it was interesting because like I feel like we as a culture, we don't remember the human element of a boxer, right? Damn, man. Yo, Verizon, y'all hear me? I thought the screen went black for a little bit. He just told me my mom got fired from her job. I'm going through stuff with my baby mama. We got courts and we doing the baby mama stuff. I got a lot of personal issues that I'm dealing with, and I need that money. I need this bag. I don't got time to wait and build it up and this and this and that. I need it now. I need it right now. So I'm gonna take this fight. And I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I understand that. I've been through situations in real life where it was like, yo, I need this money right now. It's just I'm not a boxer, so I don't have to jump in the ring with nobody crazy. But I've been through situations where it's like we got to get it right now. It's one of them type of times. So you know what? I'm just saying is I feel like I got to understand him a little more as a man, as a fighter, where he's at. And I told him straight up, you know that fight with Moses Atama, that's coming. You got no choice. Moses Atama fight is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. And he like, okay, like, let's get it. I like that, man. So salute to Jared Anderson, big baby. I'm gonna definitely do the sit down with him. Real life in person. We're gonna schedule the sit down. He's right. I had a sit down. We were supposed to do it one day, and I think it might have been the day of or something. I forget. Anyway, it was like the day of or whatever. Cigar Talk. I fucked up. I had booked the wrong location. I had booked it in Cleveland, and he's in Toledo. So it was just a whole different situation. And I was trying to like switch flights and do a bunch of shit, and it kind of threw everything off. You know what I mean? So that's why we didn't get a chance to do it in person. But salute. So you robbed someone? No, man. I never robbed nobody. I wasn't a robber. I never robbed nobody. Actually, I'm lying. You know what? I robbed somebody in like 9th grade, and I felt so bad. Like I was like, nah, this is not robbing is not for me. This is not. That was like 9th grade or something like that. And I don't know why I did it. It was just dumb, but I did that, and I was like, this is stupid, and I don't feel good. So, yeah, I'm not no robber. I never robbed nobody. You know what I mean? Najee Shiesty, the Pooh Shiesty. All right, so yo, listen, we're gonna get to the main event. We here. We might as well watch the main event together. Zuffa boxing. We might as well watch it together. We here. Main event on Zuffa Boxing about to start. We might as well watch this together. You know what I'm saying? Run them 8th grade pockets. Yeah, it was like something. I don't know why I did that. That was just, I don't know. You know what I mean? I come from a neighborhood with people thinking like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, you know what? I know a couple people on that. Let me do that. And I was just like, I felt bad. I was like, what am I doing? That's how I felt. I really felt like, what am I doing? Like, this is not me. And I feel like you got to be true to who you are. Some people that's okay with that. And I wasn't one of them people. I didn't feel good doing that. And I never did it again. Not you stick up kid. Nah, not at all. I appreciate this interview. Thank you for your integrity, young man. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah Anderson. Are you related to Big Baby? Jared? Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. I really appreciate his point of view. It gave me a great perspective on where he is as a man. Not just a fighter, but where he is as a man. It gave me a great perspective. Robbed or stole? No, it was a robbed. It was like, yo, give me that. And I gave it back. I gave the money back because I felt crazy. Like, what am I doing? This is not me. Like, what? So I'm always gonna stay true to who I am. Like, I'm not gonna be nobody else but who I am. And that was not for me at all. You can't take back the robbing. You just ain't like it. Nah, I'm just telling you. I'm being honest with y'all, man. That's not me. Yeah, I think I was like in 8th grade or 9th grade. I think it was a 9th grade. I was like a freshman. It was like freshman year. That was just dumb. Naju's robbing cats for their mermans. Yo, you remember Merms? Yo, salute G Walls. Merms was lit back in the day. Merms was lit. I had a Merm coat too. All right, but yo, listen, we gonna watch this fight together. Let's watch this fight together. How you unrob a nigga? Yo, I'm telling you, for real. I couldn't do it, bro. I felt bad. I felt crazy. I was like, what am I doing? This is not for me, man. This is stupid. I gotta be honest with myself. I gotta be honest with myself at all times. At all times. Salute to the queen, Mama Anderson. Is that Mama Anderson? Salute to her. Salute to that queen. If that's her, Mama Anderson. It says his mom, Deborah Anderson. Thank you very much for pulling up. Thank you very much for watching, Miss Anderson. I don't want to call you by your first name. My mama always raised me that I gotta call somebody Miss. You know what I mean? So Miss Anderson or Mrs. Anderson, whichever. Thank you very much for pulling up, and thank you very much for everything that you've given your son, because your son has given us a lot as a community. You know what I mean? And I've definitely seen y'all pictures together when I think he was it in Russia? It was somewhere. I seen a picture with him where he was overseas and you were there, being his rock and being his foundation and helping to cultivate this boxing career that he's doing. So salute to Mama Anderson. Thank you very much, Mama Anderson, for pulling up. And I'm appreciative of you, of your time. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching. Mama Anderson in the building, y'all. Let me drop a bomb for Mama Anderson. You know what I'm saying? She in the building. Salute Mama Anderson in the building. Reverse robbery nods. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was nasty work. I'm not into that, bro. That's not my style, bro. I can't do that. That's not my style. All right. Yo, listen, tune in. Zuffa Boxing. I can't put it on the screen because I asked my man from Paramount. I was like, yo, if I put this on the screen, y'all gonna flag me? He was like, yeah, 100%. Dana White gonna get you up out of there. You put that on the screen. So I can't put it on the screen, but let's watch it together. Yeah, Mama Anderson in the building. Yeah, Mama Anderson in the building, man. Salute to her. Salute to her and all she's done. I seen a picture. They was in Russia together. Jared had a USA bandana on his head. And I seen Mama, they took a picture together, and I thought that was fire. You know what I mean? So let me say this real quick, because it's in the 8th round of this other fight, Baez and Havanesian. Let me say this. Deontay Wilder deserves a lot of respect, bro. I can't cap, bro. I feel like, listen, you know me. I always tell people when they wash a CDL time, you got to go get your CDL because it's washed. But Deontay deserves a lot of respect. He done that man is a warrior, bro. Deontay a warrior. He gonna go out on his shield every time. To the point that Deontay fired his coach Mark Breland for not letting him get knocked out. He said, you know what? I didn't get knocked. I'd rather get knocked out than for you to throw in the towel against Tyson Fury. I think that was the second fight. Fired him because he ain't let him get knocked out, bro. That's a different type of warrior. Do I agree with it? Not necessarily, but that's a different type of warrior. Alabama niggas is different. That's a fact. That's Alabama. Like he's a different guy. Did y'all hear the story on Pierce Morgan? He said he blasted off on her stomach, and yeah, I was like, this Deontay crazy. Deontay, this guy is too real for TV. But I gotta salute to him, Deontay Wilder, man. I gotta salute to Deontay Wilder, man. All right, let's go. Zuffa Boxing, let's tune in. Zuffa Boxing. Y'all tuned in? I missed it. Hold up. Let's talk Zuffa Boxing. Blasted off is crazy. Yeah, because I can't, I don't want to say what I want to say because, they be flagging, and, you know what I mean? I thought it was because Breland allowing the water to get spiked. No, I thought it was because of because he threw in the towel. P. Morgan said, how do you know? Wilder said, I'm smart. Yeah, Polo, that interview was crazy. That was crazy. I can't believe he said that. Who fighting? Andres Cortez, I believe, is the main event. It's round 8 right now on the co-main. Hold up, they saying Robert Merriweather lost? I had high hopes for Merriweather. That boy lost, Merriweather? I can't believe Merriweather lost, bruh. Not Merriweather. I thought Merriweather was nice, bro. Oh, I can't believe that. Merriweather? How did he lose? He got cooked. You jinxed him. Damn. How did he lose, bro? Check on that kid when you get a chance. He got cooked. Oh, my God. Merriweather been on upset alert for a minute. God damn. Merriweather lost? I can't even believe it. Merriweather lost, bro. I thought Merriweather was one of them ones. Who did he lose to though? Was the guy that he lost to? Was he one of them ones? Was he nice like that? The guy that Merriweather fought, and I never heard of him. I'm gonna go as soon as we off this. I'm gonna go rewatch the last that whole situation. I'm gonna go rewatch that. Merriweather lost, bro. That's crazy work. Yo, did y'all see that? I think it was Hector. Is his name Hector or Henry? I don't know. Bermudez, Coach Bermudez. I think it's Henry Bermudez. He came to pull up. Salute to Coach Bermudez. I wasn't familiar with him at first, but you know what I'm saying? He said, yo, you ain't doing your homework? You don't know who I am? I said, yo, my bad, bro. I wasn't familiar with your game. But I do know his fighters. Yo-Yo. Oh my God. Yo-Yo is a demon. Yo-Yo is a demon. I love Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo, one of them fighters, bro. I'm jacking Yo-Yo all the way. I think he will beat Carlos Adames right now. And I like that Polanco fight. Polanco, Tiger Johnson. I'm standing on that because I said I think it's a close fight that I think Tiger might edge it, but that ain't no easy fight. That's tough. That's one of them ones. Salute to Coach Bermudez. Is that Richie Baby from the Rise? Yeah, that's my boy Richie Baby. Richie Baby in the building. Salute Richie Baby. That's my boy. Polanco gets that. I'm not mad at that. That's possible. Polanco nice. Polanco is nice. I think that Let's see. Coach Hector Bermuda's a real one. That's a fact. Boots gonna spank Yo-Yo down the line. That's actually a super fight down the line. But he did say, he kept it real. He said, yeah, it was starting to get bad for Yo-Yo. I pulled them out because it was starting to get bad. He said that. He admitted it. I'm jacking Yo-Yo all the way. Come on, nah, it's just nasty work. Nah, come on, don't do that, man. That's New York slang, man. You know what I'm saying? You say you jacking something. I'm jacking that. But I get why you're trying to pause it though. Merriweather nice, but Pro Box was matching him tough. Damn, how did Merriweather look good? Did Merriweather look good? Did anybody actually see the fight? Or was y'all just here with me cooking? How did Merriweather look? How did he look? Showing love, Richie Baby. Salute my boy Richie Baby in the building. Richie Baby in the building. It's my boy. Caroline would be nasty if she was coached by Bomac. That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. I think Caroline need a new coach, bro. And I'm not trying to disrespect. Like the London coaches and all that. But I just think it's another level that she could go up to. It's another level she could go up to. Didn't Boots and Yo-Yo spar? Yeah. I just talked to the coach, Coach Bermudez. We just talked about it. Salute Coach Bermudez. Salute to him. Salute to that man. Boots beat up Yo-Yo in sparring. Yeah, he said Boots got the best of it. But sparring is sparring, y'all. Sparring don't equal a real fight. That's all I'm saying. Sparring don't equal a real fight. Sparring is sparring. Sparring don't equal a real fight. That's not the same thing. It's two different things. I'm saying that to say I would like to see that in the pros when that happens. I would love to see that fight. When Boots go up to 160, if Yo-Yo's still there, I would love to see that fight. That's a great fight. When you put it into perspective, it's crazy how good Boots is. The Zayas fight is his chance to show the world how great he is. Gorgior, you right. He needed this fight, and this is good. And that's why I give Xander Zayas a lot of credit and respect. Because and people didn't like when I say this. I got a lot of backlash on Twitter when I said this. But what I'm telling you is Xander Zayas didn't have to take that fight. Xander Zayas didn't have to take that fight. And nobody would have been mad at him for not taking it. Nobody would have been mad at him. He didn't have to take that. He wanted to take that. So I respect him for that. Because he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that. Keeping it real. Facts, Dubois needs USA schooling. She would be nasty in the Bomac. Yeah. She needs some USA schooling, bro. That's all that's missing. She need a little seasoning, a little sazon on there, and a little time. A little sazon and a little experience and a little time experience. But with that being said, I still think she beats Alicia Baumgartner. I still believe that. I was hoping Two-Tone was gonna pull up so I could cook him. I was gonna cook him, Two-Tone. I was gonna cook Two-Tone if he pulled up. Salute Two-Tone though. Canelo got cooked too, allegedly. By Boots? Two Sizzles by Boots? Boots cooked Canelo? Boots cooked Canelo? I was gonna cook Two-Tone if he pulled up because I don't know why, but Two-Tone loves Alicia Baumgartner so much. I don't know why. I don't understand why. I mean, she's a good fighter. She's a good fighter, but I just don't see the special gene ever since, I don't want to bring up the steroids, but since then it's just felt a little different. And that's just being respectful. I'm not disrespecting. That's me respectfully telling you how I feel about the situation. You know what I mean? So I was hoping Two-Tone was going to come pull up, but oh, Miss Joette in the building. JoJo, what's up, JoJo? Salute JoJo in the building. Salute. You got to stop saying that, Naj. Protection plans for phones. He did have to do that for legacy and greatness. He ain't just talking like these other fighters. No, let me explain this. Thank you, Tego. Thank you. Salute, Tego. He did not have to do that. Here's why. building a fighter, I know fans just think, yo, the best fight the best. You got to fight the cool, amazing. I get it. When you're building a fighter, you want to take the steps. Step by step by step by step. You don't want to skip steps when you're building a fighter. You don't want to do that. It's a recipe for disaster. We've seen it multiple times. And just because you're a world champion, that doesn't equal that you fought the best. It doesn't. That's unfortunately the downfall when you got 4 belts. Sometimes you can become a world champion and not have fought the people that are the championship caliber level yet. The last guy that he fought, what's his name? Barroso, I think it was, or whatever the guy's name was. I don't want to say. Matter of fact, let me not say whatever the guy, because I don't want to disrespect him. Let me look it up so I can get the name. What's the name, y'all? The last guy he fought? It's like Barroso or something like that. I'm looking it up right now. What's the boy name? Last dude Xander fought. Oh, Abbas Barral. Good fighter. Abbas Barral, good fighter. Is he championship level? No. No, he's not. Who did he beat? He beat Tellez. He beat a 10-0 Tellez. That was what got him to fight. He beat Tellez. Who else did he beat? I can't say that he's a championship level fighter. I can't. So what I'm saying is if Xander Zayas would have took another champion or a guy in the top 5 that was outside of Boots, nobody would have blamed him for that. He's taking the steps. I think you blame somebody when you're ducking. That's not a duck. That's not a duck. It's not. That's not ducking. That's not ducking. So Xander Zayas went from a B- level fighter to an A fighter. He didn't even go to B. He didn't go to B+. He went from B- to an A. That's skipping levels. That's skipping levels. And I respect it. I'm just saying that's not an easy approach to the game, building yourself up like that. That's all I'm saying. If he would have fought another fighter, if he would have fought Josh Kelly, cool. And he fought the other guy that beat Charles, what's the name? Charles, not be forgetting names, y'all. What's the dude name? Charles, something. What was the name at 154? Charles what? What's the dude name? Charles something. Damn, what's the dude name that was at 154? Charles, he was the dark horse in 154, and he lost to the guy that Xander beat. Charles Conwell, thank you. Charles Conwell. You know, he fought the guy that beat Charles Conwell. So that's a good fight. But is that championship level? I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that. But I respect it. I respect Xander. Matter of fact, I hit up Xander Peoples the other day. Me and Xander about to do an interview. But I told him, I said, yo, listen, I'm going to do the interview with Xander under one condition. There's one condition for me to really do this interview with Xander. Xander got to teach me how to salsa. He got to show me I'm trying to learn how to salsa the right way, Xander. You feel me? I told him, I said, listen, we going to do this interview, but we got to learn how to, he got to teach me how to salsa with you know what I'm saying? Me and Alexa going to be in the spot doing the salsa, mommy. I mean, you know, Xander Puerto Rican, he know how to salsa for real. So that's what I'm on. You feel me? I respect Xander Zayas, though. Big respect for Xander. Big respect. That boy's a dog. Big respect. Watch. So when y'all see the content, if me and Xander do an interview, you know what I'm saying? I told Xander, now you got to show me how to hit the salsa, though, bro. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do. I'm gonna drop that content, though. You know what I'm saying? Xander teaching the nigga how to salsa. Feel me? No more support for Janabek? Nah, he's cooked. We not supporting Janabek no more. Nah, cooked. Cooked. I'm not jacking Janabek no more, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, we on that salsa now, bro. You was just in PR. You ain't learned nothing? Nah, man, I ain't learned nothing. I gotta get right though. Naj, you low key Latino. Yeah, man, I'm Dominican on Sunday, papi. Papi. You know what I mean? I'm Dominican. You know what I mean? We gotta get right. I'm Dominican. Now, I'm not really Dominican. I'm just black. Yeah, I don't know why there's people on Twitter that be saying like, yo, you're not even black. You African. I'm like, bro. One, there's nothing wrong with being African. There's nothing wrong with that. That's one. But two, nigga, I'm just black, bro. I'm not, I think every black person derives from Africa, so at some point in my lineage, great somebody was from Africa, but my family's from America, bro. I don't know why I keep saying. I guess because my name is Najee, they're like, yo, you Nigerian? I'm like, nah, I'm just black. I'm Black American, bro. Bud wanted that smoke with Janabek. Yeah, I seen that, man. I seen that for real. Trash can Janabek. Yeah, that was nasty work. Errol Spence or Tim Zoo. Ooh, that's you know what? That's a good ass fucking fight, bro. That's a good ass fucking fight. I don't know where Spence is at. I don't know where he's at. It's hard to say that. He's been out the game for what? Almost 3 years, right? Or is it 2 and change? I don't know. I don't know where Spence is at to gauge it. I don't know. I want Spence to win though, for sure. I'm going for Spence, but I don't know. What you think Jared's next 3 fights should be? So he's fighting this guy. What's his name? Dacris, whatever this guy's name is. He's fighting him. And then I think it should be a step-up fight after that, like a Flip Hrgovic, like a Hrgovic type of fight. If he does well, he should get like a Hrgovic type of fight. Philip Hrgovic, get one of those, and then he's in contention for like, you know what I mean? One of them big boys. He only really 3 fights out from one of them big boys. You know what I mean? One of them guys that's like one of them guys. But he gotta look good and he gotta look impressive. Got the Gambian hairline. Yeah, I don't know why they think I'm African on Twitter. David Adelaide. That's a good fight. I'm not mad at that. David Adelaide fight. It's a good fight. All right, y'all. Yo, let me know, man. Should we stay on? There's 2 more fights. I thought this was the main event. Mark Magsayo fighting. Should I stay on for this? Should I stay on for this fight right now, or y'all want to just call it a night, man? I know it's getting late. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday. Should I stay on? We watch this fight together, or y'all? Shall we just call it a day, man? I'll be back next Sunday. I got a good guest next Sunday too. You know what I mean? You said I got the Nambian sideburns. I ain't gonna lie, 2 Sizzle cooking me today, boy. Nigga, 2 Sizzle. Boy, 2 Sizzle. Yeah, you love. I hear you. What? Moses might fight Hrgovic next. But Naj, you still interviewed Ryan after he popped dirty. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Me interviewing people isn't like just about like, oh, if I'm a fan of you, you know what I'm saying? Like I cover the people in the sport that make noise. You know what I mean? Whether you like Ryan or not, he's a factor in the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? So I interviewed him. Like anybody that's a factor in the sport of boxing, I'm gonna interview you. I'm gonna talk to you. We got to get to the stories. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here to get the. There's certain people. It just so happens there's certain people that I interview that I'm a fan of. That happens too, for sure. But yeah, man. It's not like I'm saying I won't interview somebody that pop dirty. I would, and I'm gonna ask them about popping dirty the same way I asked Ryan about Osterine. Would you put Jared Anderson against Moses Atama? Personally, I think Atama smokes him inside 4. Yeah, I would. I mean, not right now. I think I would like to see Jared get his confidence back. You know, get on a run where he got like 2 or 3 good fights, good challenges. But yeah, I would. I would. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Yeah, man. I think it's getting late, man. It's getting late, man. It's getting late, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. We're gonna watch it. But listen, man, thank y'all very much for pulling up on me, man. Big cigar talk energy. I appreciate y'all. For real. Like for real, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your likes. I appreciate your super chats. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I'm grateful. Last but not least, before we get up out of here, can y'all send me who do y'all want to see get interviewed next? Let me know. Who y'all want up here? Who y'all want to get up here? Who y'all want next, man? Let me know before we get up out of here. I'm about to call it a night. I'm gonna watch these fights, get ready for tomorrow. Who y'all want up here? Keyshawn Davis, okay. Moses Atama, okay. Tank, that's not happening. Albert Bell. EJ. Oh, y'all want EJ up here. Street saying they want EJ. Abdullah Mason. Oh, yeah, they want EJ up here, man. Yo, Lulu, appreciate you pulling up, my boy. Oh, yeah, they want EJ to come through. My boy EJ. They saying EJ and Keyshawn. All right, bet. All right, man. I was just checking the temperature, man. Listen, thank you very much for pulling up on me. Oh, Deontay Bomb Squad? Yeah, I should do that. We could do that. Shakur? Okay. Gary Antoine. Okay. All right, I'm just getting a little poll, see what's going on today. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Thank you very much. Thank y'all for always supporting me. Yo, we back next week at the regular time, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come back. Let's get to the cooking. We up out of here, man.